Hello, everyone. Welcome to Waterdeep Dragon Heist Resurfaced. I'm your DM, Orcus. Do you resent that you must suffer and die at the whims of the gods? In me, you can see release of pain without the demand of obedience. In undeath, you can be free from hunger and pain and worry. But for now, you can join me tonight as we play D&D, and you may call me Chel. Victoria, do you have announcements for us today?
Of course I do, Overlord Orcus. Your servant in undeath has announcements.
This is too close to home for Kristy. I'm done with Orcus.
You've dealt with too many people.
First of all, you already know what it is. Big shout out to our latest and greatest sponsor, Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is a Canadian-based dice company that supplies all kinds of cool tabletop gear. Check out their Twitter at LittleDragonCo1 to stay updated on their awesome products. And don't forget to use the coupon code BONUS, that's BONUS, when you head over to littledragoncorp.com and you'll get 10% off your order. As usual, a big thanks to Twitch, OBS, Streamlabs, Many-Sided Dice, and Team MZ. It's thanks to their support that we're able to do what we do. And don't forget to check out our other games. The schedule should be posted below the Twitch video feed. We have games every day of the week. Some days we have multiple games. We have games for several of the major published modules as well as some homebrew games. Specific call out, like highlight of this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, the monthly Shadowrun 6th edition game will be back. So definitely tune in if you want to see some technology shenanigans, K-pop star ruining, overtaking of like drones and hacking stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's running in the shadows.
Running in the shadows.
Robots that get in everyone's way. Mysticwoter, Kristy, what's up?
As far as I know, we're doing Divinity Original Sin 2 tomorrow, but we'll Jaeger Victoria's character for the time being, I think.
I got finals.
But if things change and Lip can't join us, me and Ink will figure something out, or I will just solo again with Elite Dangerous and just get people to jump into chat and just listen and talk. But we'll see. As far as I know, Divinity Original Sin 2 is good to go tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. And good luck on your finals, BP!
Thank you. I have a long paper to write that's due in 2 days that I haven't started.
Oh boy.
Does anyone else have any other announcements?
I know you mean me, and I don't.
I have an additional announcement. You guys are cute.
Oh.
That's all.
I need to think of a cool announcement to have. I'll work on it.
Okay. So, if anybody would like to volunteer for doing a recap.
Oh shit, I think that's what I can do.
Oh,
I can do that.
Do that.
Oh. Okay. We picked up on the farm with a whole bunch of scarecrows tied up because some of them have been coming to life and spooking people. We're going to get to the bottom of it. So we tied them all up, and for the very beginning we were kind of like, well, should we just like sit here and watch them? Like, what should we do? We decided to split the party, but not super far, more like spread out, and kind of keep watch outside while some people watch the scarecrows on the inside. And Tallice was able to kind of notice that there was some movement going on in, I almost said in the corn. I guess it was wheat. In the wheat. And so Sir basically told Nova to go out and just kind of double up with her and that he would stay and watch the scarecrows. They encountered what appeared to be 3 farm workers who just out of the goodness of their hearts wanted to keep working even though they were all instructed to go away. And Tallice was like, that sounds suspicious, in that way that she do. And was able to figure out subtly that they were under disguise, as Tallice is one to do herself very often. So tensions started to rise, and as they were making their way back towards the shed where all of the scarecrows were, the 3 workers vanished, went in completely invisible, and initiative started. And we eventually found out that what we were really dealing with was a possible small coven of green hags who can disguise themselves and turn invisible, and you can't track them, and they're horrible, and I hate them.
And they have shit insults. Actually, they're really good insults on Chel's part, but fuck those guys.
But we insult ourselves so much that none of them work. Sir came into the battle a little bit late. There was some really interesting plays, such as Tallice creating an illusory wall of fire to scare the scarecrows, which started animating because while we were fighting the hags, some of them snuck off and started animating the scarecrows because we forgot that that's the whole thing that they were doing. We killed 2 of the hags and all the scarecrows that were risen, but 1 got away. So we went back to our employer and basically we're like, yo, that's what's going on. The girls, because they're smart, were able to determine that this is possibly someone made a deal with these hags. So we were suspect of one of the rival families. But we basically said, well, we killed 2 of the 3. We don't think they'll come back. We're going to take some money now. But if there's any problem, like, call us back. And they were like, yeah, sure. We also got to go into a super cool magic wine cellar and drink some like super cool rare wine, which was dope. And then we went back to our business that we forgot was happening while we're away. So we stayed awake even longer. And then we went to sleep, woke up to a small child waiting outside our house like we told him to go. And we, I guess, possibly have started an adventurer's school, even though we're level 2. We taught him some stuff, sent him away, said, you got to get parents' permission if you want to continue doing this. And that's where we ended.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's like late morning. You guys are at your tavern.
Did we just send Neil away?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, what are we gonna do?
I don't know what. Oh wait, I remember we were going to possibly go magic item shopping.
Oh yeah, because Nova is fucking loaded right now while I'm like poor.
Because we got Monet.
We do got Monet.
So there's that. We could see if we can find a magic shop and start off with some shopping.
I don't have that much Monet, but
I don't either.
Nova's like literally flush with cash.
I mean, I have enough to buy like maybe a little something. I don't know. I mean, we also put money into the business, so we're not.
Yo, do they got layaway though?
Layaway! I miss layaway. That's good shit.
When Toys R Us was a thing.
Yes. I used to work there. It was great.
But yeah, so we could do that. Did we get our job board installed in our little bulletin board installed in the 3 of Cups?
I don't know that we did. We said we were
not
going
yet.
to.
We said we
were going to.
So we might want we could get that set up so that people can start posting jobs, because I think we're waiting to hear from like Raynar about going into the mansion. So
yeah, would that be? I'm wondering if that would be some kind of like woodworkers guild, or would that be some kind of like newspaperers guild, or is there some kind of like job boards for adventurers guild? Because there's so many guilds.
We'd have to see if we'd have to look into it. Back in touch with the guild representative that Mert had hooked us up with. Like, do we have that person's contact information? The woman.
Yeah.
So we could call her and ask her, or go see her, because telephones don't exist. There's a couple things.
Do we know where the guilds operate out of? Is it in the castle ward?
Most of them are in the castle ward, but it kind of depends on what guild you're looking for. Which is why generally people will have a representative that interacts with all of the guilds for them.
Would the representative, do we think that she would be in the castle ward?
Yeah, probably.
Because isn't that where like a lot of the magistrate whatevers are, the black robes?
That's where most of the government buildings are, yes.
Okay.
We can see if we can do visitation hours for her office.
Right. Well, what if we all right. Y'all, let's go to the castle ward and we can go and try to find whatever that lady, whoever she was, but maybe on the way we can ask some watch about magic shops or magic tents or magic businesses that sell magic.
Labora?
I don't know. Huh?
Labora?
Lavora?
What?
Lorva? That's the Magister?
Oh, yeah.
Lorva?
That was a magic share that you guys talked to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I just have our employees' names. Yeah.
I thought her name was. Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Well, Lorva's the one I registered with.
Adelaide was the one who came to the.
Adelaide. Okay. That's the other one. Yeah.
representative.
Okay. That's the
Adding
one for.
that
That's
into
for.
my allies.
That's for the all the trade stuff, right?
That's our guild representative.
She came and appraised the place when we were getting the loan.
Okay.
Yeah. That Mert got for us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we could go see if we can go to Adelaide's office and inquire about getting a bulletin board, a job board put up in our establishment.
Right.
And then go shopping?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
good to me. Let's go.
Okay.
Tally ho!
So are you heading to the castle ward then?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you traveling? Are you walking? Are you taking a hire coach? Are you taking a dray?
Is the weather nice?
It's cool, but it's sunny.
Let's walk.
Let's walk.
I'm fine with that. Nice jaunty stroll through the city.
Okay. So you make your way from the northward down. I'm assuming taking main roads. It is late morning, so Waterdeep is kind of busy now. It's about the time of day, 11-ish a.m., where everything kind of starts to increase in activity. Businesses are opening, people are out doing their daily chores or errands. Especially in the North Ward, you're seeing a lot of staff from noble houses moving around the area, running different errands for people who live in your ward. Moving south along the high road, which is the main road to take to get through Waterdeep without having to take too many twists and turns. You do pass the market on your right, which is the circular area in the sort of in the middle of the city where a lot of those stalls and tents get set up, and there are some businesses that are there as well as a few inns and.
Chel.
Hmm.
During this time, could I'm assuming it's taking a little bit to walk. Could I try and attune to the top, the enchanted top?
Sure. It's low activity as you're walking, so I will say that spending the time to kind of focus on it, mess with it a little bit. You do find that while it is not an item that you need to attune to, walking through the city and messing with it, you do actually manage to figure out what it does.
Okay.
It is a top that when you spin it, it doesn't fall.
Oh.
The only time it'll fall is if you make it. So if you stop it yourself or if you tip it over. But as long as it is spinning, it'll continue to spin no matter what.
Cool. I probably just have it on my hand as we're walking.
Yeah, and you're finding.
Why does she have the Inception toy? The Dream Walker.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that, Victoria!
100% unintentional.
Holy shit! Oh my god! But it's the opposite.
Or it's a stimming toy.
Yeah. So while Nova's kind of sitting there with this top that she's spinning on her palm, and Nova, you find it doesn't even spin on your, because like your palm isn't really like a flat surface that would be conducive for a normal top to spin on. It still does spin on your palm.
Oh my
even though
god,
it
I
is
have
not-
a Beyblade.
You do.
I have a Beyblade. That's all I ever wanted.
Oh my god.
You'll have to dip. You'll have to get some dye.
I have
dip it
to
in.
get Dronzer. Can I co-capture Dronzer? I'm down with this. Let's get some bit beasts up in here. I'm
Get
sorry.
Get some purple dye to dip it in.
As you are walking down the high road, you also do notice, especially because it is kind of what you are looking to do, you do notice that you're passing some guild halls. So, for example, as just before you kind of get to the market on the corner, there's what's called the House of Healing, which is where the Guild of Apothecaries and Physicians operates out of. So it seems that there are different areas of the city where like a guild hall will set up their like main office in which they do all of their work. So continuing further south until you're finally in the castle ward, you pass one of the big walking statues of Waterdeep, the Great Drunkard, which is the statue of the unconscious man at a tavern. Passing a few more businesses as you move through.
Guys, that's what Reyna looked like the night that we opened up Tavern.
Yeah.
But you do arrive in the castle ward. You're at the kind of far right of the castle ward because you've been traveling down the high road. So you can move west into the castle ward if you would like. The most of the government buildings are to the bottom, like left of the castle ward.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Yeah.
Okay. So kind of moving down and west into the castle ward, you do actually also pass the guild hall for the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors as you're moving in as well. But moving towards Castle Waterdeep, where most of the government business of Waterdeep is taken care of. This is where you registered your business and signed the papers, Sir and Nova.
Oh, BT dubs, I put Mask of Many Faces on like as soon as we left.
Okay.
Or I recast it because I had it on for when we met the kid. Just
Mhm.
making sure to clarify that.
Okay. You're at the government building. It's white marble palace. The main office location for many city officials. It's where most of the city's dedicated administration services are, like the watch, the guards, city clerks. There is a guild hall here as well. The Loyal Order of Street Laborers operates out of here. And then a lot of the magisters work here as well.
We could just go in and say that we wanted to be looking for a guild representative.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, or we could just ask one of the magisters who we would need to talk to about something like that.
Yeah, whichever comes first.
We go in.
Okay.
Up to a receptionist if there's one.
There is not a receptionist so much as there are, you can see a lot of the magisters moving about, and also people in purple robes, which you've seen. There are two kind of sects of the magisters. There's the black robes, which are kind of the people who are the main like magic users that operate with like being like civil servants moving into the city to operate with the watch. And then there are the purple robed people who are the ones who do a lot of the administrative work here. And you are seeing a mix of both.
Probably go up to a purple robed person.
Okay.
I will approach.
Okay. So approaching the first individual in a purple robe that you see, it is a half-elven man with short cropped blonde hair, very, very large ears. He's kind of tall and lanky, Turns to look at you, smiles. How can
Good
I help you?
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are business owners from the Northward, and we were wondering if you could help us locate our guild representative, Adelaide. We didn't know if we would find her here or somewhere else. So,
You would find a lot of the guild representatives here. They're going to be found mostly in the western atrium of the Castle Waterdeep. I could send her a quick message and let her know that you're here if she's in the building.
yes, sure, that would be lovely. You could let her know that the owners of the Three of Cups had a brief question for her.
Okay. So his eyes do, he kind of looks up, his eyes kind of glaze over a bit. Yeah, as he
A hang-out face.
yeah. As he casts the sending spell. And there's just it's a bit of an awkward moment where you're all standing there waiting, and he's kind of like staring off into the distance a bit. But he eventually looks down. He's very tall at you, Tallice, and says, "I've let her know that you're here. She will be out here momentarily to lead you to her office so that you can speak with her as you wish."
Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can do to help you while you're here?
No, you've been incredibly helpful. Have a wonderful day.
He nods, and he will go back to his business.
I like useful government people.
That guy's been more
That's a
helpful.
loaded
than
statement,
anything.
Ink. Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Is there somewhere that we can wait for Adelaide? Is there, like, some seats?
There are seats that you can sit on, benches, next to like plants and stuff.
I'm
Not quite
going
like a
over to look
doctor's
at the
office.
plants.
They're just like very big leaf greenery.
Are they like waxy leaves?
Mm-hmm.
Do they smell like anything?
No.
Do they taste like anything?
Oh no.
Don't
lick it.
If you're,
Don't put
no,
it in
if
your
you're
mouth.
if you're going for that, that's like a stop from both of us.
Stop.
Why not?
Are you a squirrel?
You don't know. I might be.
Oh yeah, under the first one, there's a second one. And you're just a squirrel.
I mean, that's entirely possible.
No, it's not.
Nothing is outside the realm of possible.
I like look at Nova like it's not, right?
Ooh, look at me. I'm a squirrel.
You set her up for that. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You did it.
I'm going to sit here. And I'm going to pretend that I have entirely different business.
You hear the clack of like heeled shoes on marble floors as you are approached by Adelaide, the woman that you spoke with Mert. Comes up to you guys.
I'll stand up.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
We just had a quick inquiry for the Three of Cups.
Would you
about
like to head back
possibly-
to my office, or is it quick enough you'd like to just ask here?
I think it's pretty
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 quick.
quick. Yeah. We were wondering if there was anything specific that we had to do through you if we wanted to have a job board put in the tavern area.
I can put your name down, or your business rather down. There are people that will come by and put up flyers and that sort of thing. and there's a general rotation, and I can put your business down in the rotation, which will then put your business on the radar as far as places for people to come and put their own jobs and the like. But you can put up any board that you'd like in your inn or tavern as you choose. And you can allow anybody to put whatever you'd like on it. But if you'd like me to add you to the rotation of different things, I can as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Sure, sort of like a. Would that include God or Adelaide? Would that include like newspapers and stuff like that, or is that different? Do we get mail?
You do get mail. Yeah.
Do we get mail?
Do we get like those nice clippers, like the junk mail?
Yeah, you'd get broadsheets if people come and drop them by.
Okay, so this is specifically for like advertising and stuff.
Yeah, advertising or people coming to put up job stuff.
Okay. All right. Is that a case of if we wanted that, do we pay to be in the circulation? And then
it would be
there
part of
payment
your
for
guild
them?
fees.
Okay. And then is there any payment that they make for their advertisement that goes to where they advertise, or is that just handled all separately?
What do you mean payment?
Do we?
I understand what you're asking.
Do we collect like a small portion of money
if they
for them
advertise at
having
our
an-
place?
If they advertise at our place?
Oh, no, it's just a matter of whether or not you're allowing it. That's why it's an opt-in basis, and then you can have whatever board that you'd like up in your tavern as you see fit. There are no regulations behind it as far as Waterdeep goes. It was good to check though, because there are quite a bit of laws regarding what businesses can and can't do.
Okay,
excellent.
Sounds
You
good.
are the law person. All right. Do we want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would like to be added into the circulation.
She makes a little note on the clipboard that she's holding.
Also, when is our first fee due?
So as far as like business mechanics are concerned, when you roll for your
How much we make?
how much you make
Portion
on the
of it's
table,
just
it's
being
like
taken out.
yeah, a portion of it just kind of automatically gets taken out to business expenses. So
Income tax.
paying your employees, paying taxes, paying your guild fees and stuff. So you might roll where you cover all of your expenses and also make a profit. You might roll that you only cover your expenses and you don't make any profit, or you might have to pay expenses. It all depends on every 10-day you'll roll.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that separate from our loan repayment?
Yes.
Okay. Is that what you're
No. I was
Okay.
I was asking if
the guild payments?
I'm sure Mert will let us know when he wants money. I think that's all is
Oh, actually, I had one quick question, and then I think
There we
we'll be
go.
done. Since you're so knowledgeable about various businesses and practices within the city, do you happen to know of any shops or proprietors who might sell items of an arcane nature? Like really cool stuff?
I think there is actually a shop on your street that
Wow.
can sell.
It's gonna be the
Wow.
Dragonborn book dude.
Yes, the Dragonborn guy. But there is also a few. It depends on kind of what you're looking for. There are places that can sell armor of an arcane nature, weapons of an arcane nature, simply just like magical trinkets or items of that sort. Or spell scrolls, those sorts of things. There is the tirelessly turning wheel. That is a shop in the trade ward. The back room is a shop in the trade ward. But there's also, for example, Saren's Fine Swords will sell like magical items, or I mean magical weapons. Halls of Hilma has enchanted like armor. So it all sort of depends on what you're looking for. There are places that sell potions, there are places that sell all kinds of things. You can pretty much find whatever you'd like in Waterdeep.
Well, maybe we'll check out the tirelessly turning wheel in the. You said the back room?
The back room,
back
yes, down
room.
the trade road.
Perhaps those. I don't know that. Well, maybe we want weapons. I don't know. Right. Well, I'm all good. Thanks, Adelaide.
You're very welcome.
Uh,
You guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you so much.
And she heads off.
She is so helpful.
Very knowledgeable. You have to wonder, did she like live here her whole life, or did she like come and like was like, oh my god, I love Waterdeep, and became like a Waterdeep file and like started like just studying Waterdeep, and that's a cat on my fucking keyboard. Sorry.
That was in character.
I have to be entirely honest. I love her shoes. You can hear her like 100 feet away as she's coming, but
You're already kind of easy to hear coming and also see coming, so like maybe
I wasn't implying I wanted to wear her shoes. I was just saying they're nice.
they were quite nice. That was like almost like a patent leather. It was very shiny.
I'm really surprised that she doesn't get it caught in between like bits of cobblestone and like trip. Means she must be very, very good.
Her calves are probably insane.
Where are we going?
Let's go to the trade ward and look for the should we go to the tireless? I don't know, the back room sounds kind of crazy, guys. I like the way that sounds, but I guess either one would be fine.
We could do both.
I forget, are they both in the trade ward? I know the back room is.
Yeah.
They're both in the trade ward.
Yeah, we can check both.
Yeah.
I am down, and that's the trade ward isn't that
Directly east of you, I believe.
yeah.
Yeah. No, down. It's a little bit south.
It's like southeast.
Yeah.
More walking, perhaps?
Another jaunty stroll through the city.
Okay. Moving from the government buildings to the far west of the castle ward, along Waterdeep Way, which is another sort of main road that kind of snakes through Waterdeep towards the east and then down. You do pass more guild halls. You pass the Solemn Order of Recognized Furriers and Woolmen, and also the Guild of Trusted Pewterers and Casters. As you're walking, among other businesses and taverns and inns like the Jade Jug, and there's a smoker and like deli sort of business that you pass called Belmonder's Meats. But yeah, you can move along the high road, or the Waterdeep Way, which turns into the high road again eventually, down into the trade ward. Roll investigation to see if you can find these shops that she described.
I'm gonna roll my blue and purple dice for magic. No!
13.
6.
10.
Hey, we're all average. Ooh.
Very average. So you kind of walk around a little bit, where most of the trade ward businesses, I mean, there's quite a bit of them. It is the trade ward after all. So you spend about 15-20 minutes once you get there kind of walking around. You find a lot. You find like there's Myroth's Fine Silks. There's another tavern called the Bowels of the Earth. You find another guild hall, the Order of Cobblers, Corvusers, and Clothing. You find another tavern called the Singed Bolts. Quite a few different businesses. You're not quite finding what you want as far as those two businesses are concerned.
This city
Should
is
we-
so big.
Should we ask the watch? I'm sure they're useful for something.
Oh my goodness. Sure.
Okie
Go.
dokie.
Go be you.
Nova, come. Hold on, Nova, come with me. You love gods.
I don't love cards.
Yeah, you do, don't I? Come on. I'm gonna grab her hand and pull her with me.
She's rolling her eyes the entire way.
And I'm gonna run at. Well, not run. I'm going to make my way towards the nearest city watch.
Okay, there are quite a few. They usually kind of stand on corners or are walking around, so it's pretty easy to find a couple of them. A group of 2 or 3 is usually pretty common in more populated areas of the city. Though those groups of 2 and 3 are pretty plentiful. So you walk up to 2 members of the watch, both human, 1 male, 1 female. The female is quite a bit shorter than the male. She's blonde, has a ponytail. The guy is pretty tall, like 6'2", 6'3". Short, cropped black hair, very tan skin. You approach him.
Excuse me.
Yes, what can we do for you?
So my friend and I here are looking for a couple shops that a guild representative told us about, but it's kind of busy and crazy and there's a lot going on. We can't really find them, so we're wondering if you could tell us where the tirelessly turning wheel and the back room are.
You're actually very close to the tirelessly turning wheel. If you want to go straight a bit down this road and turn right on River Street, it is going to be near a business called Surtland's Metalwares, and also very close to Brindle Alley. Be careful going into Brindle Alley, though.
Why?
Oh, there's this magical phantasm, as they call it. And just kind of, it likes to steal things from people, so we generally warn people away from going there.
Like money or just like random things?
Generally prefers magical things, if you have anything on you.
No.
But we've also it's an explanation, I'm assuming, for people who hang out in the alley and like to steal things from people. We've had instances of people coming and saying they've been strangled there before as well by something that they can't see. Just make sure you're safe over there. Usually in the day it's not too much of a problem, but
well,
Kinky.
that's that's pretty crazy. Do you know where the back room is?
Back room is going to be a bit further south along the high road. If you pass the wagon makers and coach builders guild, you've gone a bit too far. You'll want to turn left on to Teleshambra Street. You'll find the guild hall for the carpenters, roofers, and plasterers on the corner there. It'll be about a block down.
Great. Thanks so much for your help. That was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Love it.
Okay, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too.
You too. And I skip back to Sir and try to get Nova to skip with me.
Sure, I'll skip.
Yay! And we hold hands and we're like swinging our
Oh god,
hands as we
okay.
skip. We figured it out! The tirelessly turning wheel is that way!
Alright.
And then the back room is... yeah! High road, Tallice Street. So it's further away.
You figured it out. I'm
Figured it
proud of
out.
you. I'm proud of you. Very, very proud.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Ba-da-da-ba-da.
Okay.
Ta-da-da-ba.
Wheel.
All right, so which one are you heading to first? The tirelessly turning wheel?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the
That's
closest.
closer.
It is okay. So it's near the alley in the metalware shop, like he said. It is a pretty big building, basically kind of a lots of knickknacks sort of shop, lots of oddities and magical items from around the world. Yeah, you can head on in.
Yeah, we go in.
Okay. The shelves are pretty much lined with lots of little trinkets and stuff. It looks like anything of a magical nature is kept behind glass cases. If you'd like, we can roleplay through it. Otherwise, I can just kind of tell you what's here.
Do they have any kind of like something that we can all talk to each other and not have to use Nova as a messenger or like those? Aren't there like, I mean, out of character, I know that there's like the stones. Is there like anything like that? But like 3 of them instead of just 2?
I have kind of thrown something similar to what they used in Critical Role, called the Earring of Whisper. It is something that you guys can purchase if you would like. It essentially is an earring that everybody can wear that has an enchanted gem that allows message to be cast between the earrings as long as you are within 500 feet of each other. So you have to touch it to activate it, but you can hear any message sent to it passively. So you don't
Okay.
have to touch it to hear a message, but you do have to touch it to send a message.
Is it group calling? You have to pick a
Yeah.
person, or can you choose?
Everybody who has the earrings can hear.
Okay, so it's our group. It's our group
Group
text.
chat. Yeah.
Oh, that's
This
pretty.
is y'all don't even know how annoying this is about to get.
Oh no.
Is
I
it
can
is
just-
it
I can just
spoken or
take
is
off the earring.
it do you like speak or is it like telepathic?
It is just the message spell, and the way that I educate the message spell, I say that it can either be spoken or telepathic. It is your choice.
Okay. How much for that?
Well, we need 3.
For 3.
For 3 of them, it will be, they are rare, so one is gonna, it would be about 400 gold
Each?
total.
Oh. Thank fuck.
Okay.
I could pay for it.
Well, all of it. I mean,
Yeah.
let's put that aside, and we can see if there's other stuff that we want, and like we can.
Yeah, what do they got?
Okay. Here there is Dust of Dryness, a Drift Globe. There are elemental gems of different colors. Most of the colors they have are yellow.
Those are good. They're useful.
Horseshoes of Speed, which will increase the speed of a horse that you were, or mount that you were using. An alchemy jug.
That's pretty useful.
And a portable hole.
Nova's the portable.
I mean,
Can you stop?
oh, can you remind me? Is the portable hole, like if I put down the portable hole and I put something in it and then pick the portable hole up, is it like a bag of holding in that sense where it always goes to the same little pocket dimension?
I thought it's if you are on a wall, you can walk through it, right?
You can use an action to unfold the portable hole and place it on or against a solid surface, whereupon it creates an extra dimensional hole 10 feet deep. The space exists on a different plane, so it can't be used to create open passages. Any creature inside an open portable hole can exit the hole by climbing out. If it's folded up, a creature within the extra dimensional space has to do anything that they do with the bag of holding, or they're forced out, depending on what your role is. But yeah, closing the hole, any objects or creatures remain in it. So it's essentially a bag of holding, but it's only
Gotcha.
10 feet
But
deep.
yeah, okay.
But that's bigger than a bag of holding.
Yeah, it's 10 feet deep and 6 feet in diameter.
Yeah, so it would be big storage, and also don't put the bag of holding in it.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
That could be useful, but we did just get a bag. We don't really need a drift. We can all see in the dark, right?
Yeah.
Can you, Nova?
Oh, there's also a bag of beans.
I don't think I can.
Bag of beans.
Bag of beans.
I like the alchemy jug because that could either be a condiment thing for the
Just infinite mayonnaise sandwiches for everyone.
Ugh.
That's all we're gonna serve. With like the little tomato and the salt and pepper on it.
some infinite.
Those are so good, though.
Yeah. That's a struggle meal, but it's like a good one.
Yeah.
How
That's me with bacon and mayo and ketchup. I just have a bacon sandwich with mayo and ketchup. It's so good.
much is the jug in the hole?
The
Here.
jug. On just- So the jug is going to be about 75 gold. The portable hole will be about 280.
I mean, 75 gold for a jug, I think is really good. Sir has
How much are the beans?
310 gold.
The bag of beans is going to be 200.
Oh.
I mean, do we all think that we should 100% get the earrings?
Yeah. I think it would make
Because
situations a lot easier.
usually, like, telepathically is fine because I don't have to speak, but I have to, like, relay the message twice. And you
if
guys
you
can't
don't know
talk to
that
each
we
other.
want to talk to we
Yeah.
can't talk
This
to you.
Yeah.
And this is 500 feet,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
further.
Yeah.
As long
better
as you're
than
within
nothing.
500 feet of each other, yes.
Yep.
Hmm.
So I think Nova
I-
will put down the 400 gold for the earrings.
We're gonna do the full.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks, mommy.
Okay. So 400 gold for the earrings. Then you can all add an earring of Whisper to your inventory.
Oh.
do we have to attune, by the way, or are they just worn?
You do have to attune.
Okay.
Then
have
we'll
to do
clip
that.
them on. What ear are we going to
Oh,
put
God.
them on? Are we going to put all of them
Oh
on
God,
the same ear?
Sir's ears aren't pierced.
Is this?
I can pierce them for
I gotta
you.
go get.
Do I
my
just
ear
put it in
pierced
like
to
other
wear it.
possessions because it's not on D&D Beyond?
You can do custom
ch-
items.
Chel made it on D&D
Oh,
Beyond.
did
I
you?
make it on. Yeah, so you should be able to add it.
Hang on.
Tis
Wait,
there.
Where do I find it?
Hat. Ear. Horn of hearing. Earworm. Is it like...
Oh, Earring of Whisper?
Yeah.
Did
Okay.
you just search that on Manage Equipment?
Yeah,
Yeah, I just put.
it's there.
Try refreshing your page if you have it.
Oh, poop. Okay.
Got it.
Oh, fuck. Balls. Okay. It's not coming up.
Are you spelling earring
We can-
right?
Earring.
I may have spelled it wrong.
I'll try one R.
Just
We'll
try
figure
one
it
out.
out.
We'll figure it out, yeah. I can fix that
Can you
though.
just look up Whisper? Yeah, if you just look up Whisper, maybe.
It's not there. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I got it.
So Sir likes the jug and the hole, but wonders if we need them.
The jug is just kind of cool. Can we put it in the bag of holding?
The jug
Will
could
it fit in there?
doesn't. I don't think it's like super big.
No, it can hold. Oh, yeah, it's pretty big. It can hold up to 12 gallons of liquid.
That's like
This-
probably.
This says appears to be able to hold a gallon of liquid and weighs 12 pounds.
There you go.
Oh, so it's like a magical milk jug.
Yeah.
That'll fit in there.
Yeah, it'll fit.
I
Well,
can.
so,
I
yeah,
can
'cause
go
Sir-
half seas on the jug with you if you want.
I can do. How If I pay, because I could get, if you paid 50 of it, which isn't halvesies, I think I can afford to get. It would be the rest of my stuff, but I could also get the whole.
How
'Cause
about
I have
I'll get the jug,
310.
you get the whole.
Okay. I will buy a
Okay,
whole.
removing 75 gold.
Having multiple extra planar spaces to hide things is good, and I can keep my armor in there.
Yeah,
I could
because
put,
Nova
like,
has the bag of holding.
I could put like my whole little. I could put a little tiny armor stand in there, like a mannequin. I shall buy a portable hole for 280 gold.
You got it. I'm not
I've
sure
never
if the
had
alchemy
one.
jug is on D&D Beyond or not.
I think. Let me see. Dylan will check.
If not, I can.
It is.
Okay, cool.
Oh God, I forgot that I have.
Do you want to add it or should I add it?
Hold on, I had. You can add it. Dylan just forgot that I have my money broken up into multiple currencies and have to do math. Math in my D&D?
Perish the thought.
Perish the thought. I should have whatever I should have. I should have 30 gold left.
Okay.
Okay. Back to being a rich man. All right.
Do we still want to go check out the back room?
Sure.
Do we want to go in the magic alley?
No. I'm gonna go
Why not? It could be really fun.
Nova's definitely gonna go check out the back room, see if there's anything different there.
Okay.
Oh God, there was a whole other shop.
We'll
So
go
you
and
guys
check
head
it out.
to the back room. Where is my shop list here?
Keep smelling chlorine, and that's really weird.
That's weird. Okay, so heading to the back room. Here they have potions of hill giant strength, winged boot. Also have a portable hole. Sovereign
Dang.
glue.
What was that one?
Sovereign glue.
Sovereign glue.
Yes, it is a glue that can only be unstuck by
There's a
very
solvent magic item,
particular
right?
solvent. Yeah.
Oh.
We got Gorilla Glue.
Stick
Yeah, there's
enemies
a
together.
Yeah, there's only one particular solvent that can undo it. Universal solvent or oil of etherealness can break it.
That makes sense.
And the inside of the jar has to be coated with an oil of slipperiness, or it will stick to the jar instead. But yeah, it's a very, very permanent adhesive.
Interesting.
Horrible,
How much are those-
horrible pranks.
Yeah, how much are those
Oh, wait,
boots?
Yeah, how much are those? Them boots?
Them boots, though.
The winged boots are going to run you about about 125.
Nova will buy them.
Ah, dang it. It's okay. I get the flight spell in like one level.
125 gold and
Did they have anything else, or they just had the potion and the sticky stuff and the hole in the boots?
They've also got. I keep losing this page. Where the hell is it going? There it is. They sell bags of holding. A rope of climbing. Some spell scrolls. And where is it? A folding boat.
How much is the folding boat?
Oh no.
Where are you gonna go, Tallice?
Where are you gonna go?
You're gonna go to Chult?
Whalebow Islands, let's go.
The folding boat's probably gonna run you about 600 or 700.
No. Okay, so
I'm happy.
what did you have before the spell scrolls?
Oh,
The hill giant strength?
No, it was like in the middle.
Rope of climbing?
Yeah, how much is the rope? I'm sorry,
No, you're fine. This is what you can do whatever you want. It is a 60-foot length of silk rope, and it can hold up to 3,000 pounds.
Shit.
It'll be about 50. Actually, we'll call it 60 gold.
I'll buy that.
Yeah, get
What
that.
does-
That's a good
What
idea.
does the of climbing part let it do?
So it can hold up to 3,000 pounds. If you hold one end of the rope and use an action to speak the command word, which we will say is climb, the rope animates. As a bonus action, you can command the other end to move toward a destination of your choosing. Your turn.
Oh.
It's like rope trick.
That end moves 10 feet on your turn when you first command it, and 10 feet on each of your turns until it reaches its destination up to a maximum length away, or until you tell it to stop. If you
And
tell
you
the
That's
rope
pretty
to,
useful.
if you tell it to knot, a large knot appears at 1 foot intervals along the rope. You can also tell it to fasten itself securely to objects. While knotted, the rope shortens to a 50-foot length and grants advantage on checks made to climb it.
Nice.
And did you say 60 or 75?
60?
60.
Things that I've never bought in D&D that are so useful.
I've had it before. I didn't have it, another character had it. But it's pretty useful.
Tight.
But we had it on a grappling hook, so.
Cool. I'm satisfied.
Me too.
All
Okay.
right.
Wow, what are we gonna do with the rest of our day now that we're flush with wondrous things?
Well, the person said that we have to. Well, I gotta go get my ear pierced.
I can do that for you. See,
I'm-
well,
I could also do that for you. I pierced my own lip.
you can't see it now, but I have like several piercings in each ear. We just need an apple and a needle.
High school all over again.
Why do you need an apple?
It's to
Dylan
help-
is also asking.
It's to help
You have to put it
stabilize.
behind.
You put it behind the ear, and you cut the apple in half, and you put it on the flat surface of the apple, and like the acidic kind of helps as well. So when you puncture it, it's like you got a stable
The fleshy
grounding
part
point.
has stabilization, and then
Yeah.
the needle goes into that instead of just like flopping around.
You can tell that we've done this in high school.
I will double check, but I think I remember right. I don't have piercings, right? My ears have not been pierced.
Girls' high school bathrooms 101.
All right, fine. I will let one of you do it.
Do you want to do it, or should I do it?
Let's do it together.
Which,
We're not doing it on the street. We're gonna go home.
yeah, we'll go home. We'll get an apple from the kitchen.
Yeah, would we
Okay.
have like a needle at the house, or can I pick
yeah.
up a sewing kit?
Yeah, that's fine. You can have a needle at the house. That's okay.
Okay. We'll go home and we'll pierce Sir's ear.
Should heat up the needle over the stove for a minute just to like sanitize it.
Okay.
Get a nice firm apple. cut it.
I've been stabbed with swords. There's no way that this is gonna hurt. It's fine.
Okay, I'll hold the apple behind his ear. do you have to stab or should I stab? Because I have no problem stabbing Sir, but I don't know if you're okay with that, Nova.
Well,
I'll
he'll
stop.
indicate
It's
he
just a
doesn't want it.
piercing.
He doesn't want it in the earlobe part. He
He
wants,
wants it
like,
up
the-
top? Yeah, I did mine up top too, so
that's where
it's
I was gonna put mine.
yeah, it's a good idea. We all have ones up top.
Yay!
Yay!
Well, now I want to be diff. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you think I could put it
You
in
do
my
realize
belly
that
button?
this one up here is gonna hurt more than this one down here. Just
It'll
so
take
you,
longer to
You
heal.
want to
It
wear
also-
it as a belly?
Yeah, could I like put it in my belly button and then touch my
it's better than a nipple one. So
like,
It does have to be in the ear.
wait,
Yeah,
do you want it up here? Or do you want it down here? It's easier
Which is-
and less painful down
it's
here.
easy. Will
But
it
I've
look-
done it
will-
up. I've done it up here before.
If we do it down there, will it look good? Like, will I look like saucy? Well, is that up?
I mean, you
Oh,
always
you always look
saucy.
good, and it's gonna look good.
All right. Well, it's just does that. By the way, you said it has a gemstone in it. What?
Yeah, wait,
kind
what
of-
colors are
color
the gems?
gem?
Are they different colors?
They can be whatever colors you'd like.
Purple.
Green!
Well, red would match too well, I guess.
It's
Yellow.
like a...
Yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll
So
get,
we'll do
we'll
it down
get
here.
whatever... So
Put
we'll get
it-
whatever
put it-
like the highest proof alcohol is that we have, rub some on a cloth, clean the ear, get the apple, hold it up to wherever he wants it.
Right earlobe.
Okay.
He'll have a dangly.
Okay. So Nova,
Okay.
Nova and Tallice will pierce him.
Roll for
Okay.
attack!
Ready? 1, 2. I don't even say
I
3.
will-
I just go.
Okay. You can roll to see how well you take it if you'd like, Dylan.
Sure. What would I roll?
On.
A Constitution.
His dice are gonna do some fuck shit. They did. I rolled a 6, but I have a +4 to con, so it's 10.
Oh, that's not
It's not comfortable, and you can hear that popping noise that happens when you pierce cartilage.
Wouldn't know.
It's very
Just hold.
it-
Just hold it.
crunch. It's crunchy. It's gross.
She gives you like a
Um,
tissue to just hold and put pressure on.
All right. Well, while
Like
I'm
10
putting
minutes.
pressure on it, I'll start attuning to it now that it's in my flesh.
D&D, piercing ears.
Yep.
At least it's, it's
I mean-
easy.
I mean, he's literally gotten like 5 tattoos and he hasn't gotten a piercing, which is totally stupid of him.
I will say that the apple thing is very much like a yourself at home thing. It's not a professional means, but
Don't pierce your body at home.
no. Even though you
Don't
probably, if you're in high school, you've seen someone do it. Probably not the best
Or
way
you
to
saw
do
that
it.
movie with Lindsay Lohan where she had her twin and they pierced each other's ears.
Last session we said go to an adult. This session we say don't do piercings at home.
Guaranteed to get an infection.
Okay.
So
I mean, you
guys,
two are.
I'll take a short rest to attune to your earrings.
Yeah.
Okay. If you need to, I don't think you do, but you can roll hit die or get back abilities that come with
They
short
probably just
rest.
gave me back my infinity. Not that I needed it.
Should we just like work? Should we just like work a couple days?
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Go to other places. Like one of you go upstairs, one of you go
Oh,
downstairs.
okay. I'll go to
We'll
my
test it.
I'll go to my tent.
I'm going into the
Okay.
yard
Okay.
in a bush.
So I'll try. Dylan will try to remember that putting my hand on the side of my head like this means I'm talking in the earring. All right, can you guys hear me?
Yep. Loud and clear.
Tiptoe through the tulips
Oh god.
in the garden.
Oh no.
That is where
What have we
Oh
done,
my God.
Ace?
Oh my god! Do not.
I think I'm gonna have to
Okay.
take this out when I'm doing dream readings.
Didn't you
I'm just gonna tell you
wait?
how
But
cute
didn't you
you
just told
are.
me like I shouldn't tell? But you said that I can't take mine out because it has to heal.
Yeah, yours has
you're
to heal.
fine.
You're not allowed to take it out for like a week or two.
That's not fair.
If you take it out, it'll grow over, and we'll have
How
to do
do
it
you-
all over again.
You literally heal my stab wounds with magic. You can't just give me a little bit of something and heal it.
Yeah, it'll heal over.
And then you get a nasty lump of
No,
Scotch
like,
issue. It'll
no,
smell.
like,
It's not
no.
good.
I mean, do it now while it's in, so then it's fine. I can take it out if I want.
The skin would heal
No,
over.
it's a rite of passage. Every time you get a piercing, you have to deal with the 2 weeks of what you have to deal with. I'm not healing you. I had to deal with
You're telling me you never used a healing spell on yourself.
I was also much younger and didn't have the ability.
Do you know the acronym DBAB?
No.
Don't be a bitch!
I mean, I guess, what do we need to do for work? We hired people for this.
Well, we can help out. Gosh.
We don't open until dinner. It's noon.
Well, we could like clean and help them prepare the food, and we could like come up with a secret performance and like a handshake that we do for everyone.
Can you come in from the fucking yard?
There's a really nice ladybug on this bush. It has yellow spots and a black like shell. But I guess so. I'll go back inside.
Buddy.
Okay. Oh, I mean, I guess I said that I was going to start working on... I was going to do a carving in the front of the bar.
Oh, we need to set up that board.
We do need to set up a board.
Oh, yeah. Is there any sort of like woodworker nearby? Out of character, isn't there a woodworker?
Yeah, there's one.
The bent nail.
Yeah, the one that
It's like
helped
right-
us
it's right
with
in
our doors.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's go actually quickly buy a sign.
Yeah, let's actually like check out the neighbor shops since we haven't done that and only know about them out of character.
That's true, yeah.
I've been there.
We know about the bent nail,
Oh,
we know
yeah.
about the dragon guy, their bookworm's treasure.
Okay.
We'll go for a leisurely jaunty stroll down Troll Skull Alley or whatever street.
But after this, I'm going back and opening up.
Okay. So there are a few shops in Troll Skull Alley. Yours is kind of on a corner, and then directly across from you, like within the alley, there is a business called Corellin's Crown.
I want to go there.
There is the Bent Nail, which is a little carpenter. There's the Steam and Steel, which are the Genasi husbands who have the forge. There is across the alley from you guys, like going down just like along the houses instead of just like directly across, there is the Tiger's Eye.
Ooh.
It is pretty unremarkable on the outside. Its only distinguishing mark is an orange and black sign featuring a cat's eye. So you're not entirely sure what it is. There is the bookworm's treasure. It is not what you think, though. I promise.
I was like, what the fuck, Chel? Okay, never mind.
This is in the book, I promise. This is not something that I made. And then there is actually I think that's it. The Bent Nail, the Steam and Steel, Carlin's Crown, Tiger's Eye, Bookworm's Treasure. Yeah. That's all the building or the businesses that are here.
Can we go to Coralon's Crown after we get the job board, or can I go? You don't have to come with.
Just go. We'll go get the board.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll go with them for the board, and then I'll go to the thing. Okay. Bent nail.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Meet our neighbors.
So you're going to Carlin's Crown, you said?
No, I'm going with them to the Bent Nail because I don't think I've been there and I want to meet the people.
Okay. So going to the Bent Nail, there's a small wooden sign outside. The door is bare except for like a large bent nail sticking out of it. Going inside, the front room it has displays of very like ornately carved furniture as well as a selection of like bows and crossbows. So not only is this man a carpenter, but he also is able to construct weapons of that nature. The wall behind the counter is lined with rows of very finely carved wooden canes quarterstaffs and wooden shields. The owner and chief artisan of the bent nail is a male half-elf carpenter. He has very dark brown hair that's very long that he keeps pulled back. He's covered in sawdust and is currently sitting at a workbench with goggles on his eyes and carving tools in his hands. He appears to be working on, it might be a quarterstaff, might be a cane, you're not sure. Looks up when you come in, pulls the goggles up above his eyes. Hello?
Hi.
Hi again.
Hi again. How are your doors doing?
Good. Yes,
They're the most dooriest doors.
That's what they're meant to do. That's what I like to hear.
Well, we have maybe one more job for you if you're able. We're looking to put up a new job board at our establishment, and I was wondering if that's something you're able to procure for us.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. If it's just going to be a board on a wall, how ornate are you looking to have it? Do you want it just to be simple?
No, maybe a little fancier would be nice.
I can do a carving for you.
I'm gonna...
Logo.
Pardon?
The logo.
Yeah, I'm gonna show him our logo, and I'm also going to show, like, the filaments of my cards, kind of like the runic...
Like borders.
Yeah, the borders of it. Like, do the border of the card, and then our logo of the Three of Cups.
Okay. So he's looking at everything you're showing him, and then stops and looks up at Sir and Tallice. I'm so sorry. My name's Tally. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you as well.
A pleasure.
He smiles.
Lady Torres.
There we go. He's got his workbench that he's been sitting at. He actually leans down, and you can now see the bench or the stool that he's sitting on. There was a very large sketchbook or journal of some kind that was sitting leaning up against it. He pulls it out, sets it on the table, opens it up, and says, I can get a quick sketch down before you leave if you'd like.
Sure.
Just so you can get kind of an idea. If you want to hang out for maybe 20 minutes or so, I could get something very basic down so you could see kind of what I'm thinking.
Works for me.
Okay. What was his name again?
Tally. His name is Tally Fellbranch. Tallice Sylvanar is his actual first name, but he goes by Tally.
Okay, cool.
Taurus,
Sir's like looking around it. Whoop.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, Taurus, did you want to go check out that other place and come back while we're waiting here for the board?
Yes, I trust you both with these aesthetic inquiries.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. You can head out.
Coralon's crown.
Okay. Sorry, what were you gonna do?
I was gonna. Sir's been like was looking around. Does he have like examples of his work like up in the shop?
Oh yeah, there's behind the counter. There's examples of like cane quarterstaffs that are very ornately carved. There's shields, both simple and pretty complicated as far as like the decoration and carvings on them. He's also got very ornate furniture that's kind of set up everywhere too.
I just make ducks.
No.
I should.
Good boy.
I might ask if I can do an apprenticeship just to get better at it because I do some. Just thinking. I'm just looking and having, you know. like God, I suck. I carve ducks.
And it smells very, I guess it depends on whether this is a smell that you like. I do. I very much do. It smells very nice, like raw wood.
Oh yeah,
Pine, different kinds of wood shavings in here. It's very dusty. Most of the surfaces have kind of a layer of dust on it. It's kind of futile to try to keep things clean when you're working on stuff in this building. But it appears that he tries, because it's not like super thick as far as
Kristy is allergic to sawdust, but I do enjoy the smell of like wet wood and like wood in general. But like, oh, it's so bad when it's like in the the marketing area of like Rona and stuff. You can go in and it's all just sawdust everywhere. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't sell my wood. I can't do it. I can't sell my wood carvings when there's a literal I can't. Do
like
it. It's
right
down
across the street.
He's right across the street. I can't do it. It might be hush hush.
But you could like do your own carvings and
Black
sell them
market
here,
wood.
or sell them here. Like, see if there's a partnership that you could do. Like, sell them here.
Oh, have you like stepped beside me?
No, that's me telepathically telling you, because I don't need the
Oh.
earring to do that.
How did you know that was what I was thinking?
It's kind of written all over your head face. You're not very subtle, Ace.
I can be subtle when I want to. Alright. I'm gonna come back over with her to be able to see how the sketch is.
So he is drawing a sketch of a board that is portrait rather than landscape. So it's like the long side of a rectangle up. It's got your logo for the Three of Cups on the top, in kind of a carving that's like a ribbon or like a scroll that kind of folds, with the border of your card around it.
Ooh.
It's very rudimentary sketch. It's a very good sketch for somebody in 20 minutes to just kind of throw out
Yeah.
and design, but he turns to it to you guys to show you.
I love it. What do you think, Ace?
I think that it is very nice. I think it will go well with what we've got in there.
How much?
All right. My starting rate for just a simple board like that, I would literally just basically be giving a piece of wood, is about 10 gold. I would up it to about 45 or 50 for the design.
Okay, yeah. That's fine. That's fair.
45 sound okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep, I will play the man.
Okay. I could have it done in a few days. I actually don't have quite a bit of a workload right now, so a day or two.
I'm actually gonna give him 49 to round off my goal.
Okay. Kind of at a point now where I'm just working on things for fun, so I
What
can
sort
get
of
started
thing-
on it right away.
What sort of things do you like to carve for fun?
And he kind of holds up the cane that he's been working on.
It's nice.
I've gotten the basic shape of it out, but I'm getting sort of a floral design, I think I'm starting to work out. I don't know. Sometimes I just kind of take a piece of wood in front of me and just see what comes out.
How rough is it that stage is at?
He's got the basic shape of the cane out, and he has it sanded. And he looks like he has just started with actually getting a design into it at the bottom and has been kind of working his way up. But because of the nature of the cane, it is meticulous work, so he hasn't gotten too much done on it yet. But the cane itself is pretty smooth, sanded, and ready to go.
Have you ever seen those flowers that they open up only in the sunlight and then they close at night?
He nods.
It would be really, really interesting, I think, if going up the shaft of it, if you had a line of those flowers and the buds are slowly opening as it gets to the top. You could do sort of like a dark to the light sort of varnish on it.
Nova looks surprised.
I like the way you think.
I've
Do you dabble?
I do dabble a little bit. I was sort of off of it for a while, and I've picked it back up again. Mostly, I mean, I don't have nice wood like this. Most of what I get is sort of what sort of comes up on the beach, you know, pieces of driftwood, and just see what I can make of it. But it's very relaxing, honestly.
I enjoy it too.
Well, I'm very excited to see how this turns out. And I love that that staff over there. It's actually really, really nice. I mean, all of your work is very nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Not a lot of people get into purchasing carved furniture lately. Most people are grabbing easy to make things, so it's nice when there's an appreciation of the art.
If you would, I don't believe that there's a nice. Maybe in the future, I would like a nice chair for my desk, and if you wanted, we could actually maybe collaborate on it if that was something that you think would be fun to do.
Sure.
I could probably learn a lot. So
I'd be happy to teach you a thing or two.
would be very nice, actually.
Especially your neighbors now. You'll be around quite a bit.
Aye.
I know
Have you
where you
been-
live, so.
Have you been in?
I haven't yet. I've been working mostly. I can stop by, though.
Yeah, you should stop by. We can give you a drink.
Okay.
Alright. Nova, is there anything else that you needed?
What time should we come back and pick up this thing, this board? Are you thinking a couple days, or?
Yeah, 2 days, midday.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Alright. I'll leave you to walk.
Thank you, Tally.
You're welcome, Nova. Okay. Tallice.
Yes.
To Corellin's crown.
Yeah.
Let me pull something up. Her really.
Roll for initiative as the Tarrasque emerges from the building.
Okay. All right. So heading into Corellin's crown. This is a 3-story townhouse. That has the 3rd floor of which has been converted into a greenhouse, which you can see on the street. You can see the glass walls on the greenhouse on the roof. It's translucent, so you can see any number of colorful rainbow array of flowers that are kind of blossoming within. The business itself, going in, it is covered in plant life, greenery, bottles holding dried specimens of plants. There's all kinds of supplies for any herbalists who may want to be doing things. She operates with a lot of non-magical herbal remedies, but she can also make potions. So there's lots of potion bottles with liquids of different colors in them that are on display. When you go in, you see the proprietor. She's a wood elf. She's got very dark tan skin, very long brown hair that she has braided down her back. I'm sorry, they have braided down their back. And when you walk in, they are at a counter, kind of hunched over a big, like, piece of, like, poster board, basically, with, like, a pot of paint next to them, and they appear to be working on something.
What is it? What are they working on?
Do you go up and look?
Uh-huh.
So going up and peering over their shoulder, you see that they're painting a sign. So far, it says Duskwood paper equals. That's all that's there. They're continuing to paint, though.
They're like behind the counter, like facing away?
They're like at a stool at the counter with their back to you as you walked in.
Knock knock.
Oh God! And she turns around. I'm so sorry you startled me. Hi, what can I do for you? And she's like starting to like move to cover the poster and like setting things and trying to get things put away. It appears that this has been a quiet day. There's not any customers in the store currently.
What does Duskwood paper equal?
Oh, I was setting up. And Duskwood paper equals. They look a bit sheepish. Murder. I was setting up a protest.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, I have recently found out that the old wizard that works just down the street here, you may have seen Bookworm's treasure, has been using Duskwood paper for his spell scrolls. Did you know? And they kind of like slap their hands down on the counter. 1/10 of all Duskwood trees are chopped down each year. Soon, there won't be any left. They're used so much for spell scrolls. I think that there are better, more sustainable opportunities for spell scroll paper that can be used other than a tree that might go extinct in the near future.
Are Duskwood trees very rare?
They are far more rare than any of the other paper varieties of spell scrolls.
Do you think fairies like them?
I don't know that fairies would like them. I assume that fairies and any fey creatures would enjoy them, though. They are beautiful trees. They live in nature.
What do they look like?
I look up Duskwood trees. Oh, they're pretty. They're very, very tall. They're one of the taller trees in the Forgotten Realms. In the Sword Coast, their trunks are extremely tall, and then the canopies are very flat. So they kind of create a sort of a lot of shade in whatever forest that they are part of.
It sounds like a lot of animals would probably like them. Do you think that it's like making all of the animals like lose their homes too?
I would imagine so. Duskwoods grow very densely packed groves, so I imagine densely packed forests are where animals are going to be mostly, because they're probably going to be the least populated by people. So I'd imagine that not only are Duskwood trees going to go potentially extinct because of their increased use, but that animals will also be displaced and have to move, which is going to upset the balance of any ecosystems. So I figured that I would start protesting to inform people and let people know of the risk, so that potentially we could get the man that works at Bookworm's Treasure to transfer his spell scrolls to a different, more sustainable kind of paper.
That makes me really sad. But oh, well, hold on. Let me back up. My name is Lady Torres, and I'm one of your new neighbors. I work at the Three of Cups, and co-own it with some of my bestest pals. And well, see, I came here because I have some like plants that I wanted to get, because there's that tower at the top, right? And I wanted to put like a little garden up there. But also, if you need any help with your protest, I would help, because I like plants and like trees, and I just like, I used to hang out in the woods a lot outside of like the city that I'm from, and that makes me really sad that all of those trees are dying, and like there could be some really cool fairies that live there that don't live anywhere else. So like that's kind of a problem.
I quite agree. If you would like to help with the protest, I could make more than one sign. I figure we could stand outside Rishal's shop, because if his business is being disrupted, he's a very nice man, but he's very, very much set in his ways. And I figure if his business is being disrupted, he may actually take the time to listen, rather than just do the whole old man, like, oh, everything that I do is right and fine, and I'm never going to change anything that I do whatsoever, and everything that you say is unintelligent and misinformed, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he was a little bit stuffy. I went in there and he was like a little bit like, I don't know. Doesn't seem like a bad guy, but like, chill out.
Yes, I agree. I'm sorry. And they kind of rub their hands a bit, and they hold their hand out to you. My name is Fala Lafalier. I'm an herbalist here. She shakes your hand. I'm an herbalist here, and I'm a member of the Guild of Apothecaries and Physicians. I can make potions. I can make herbal remedies, depending on your needs. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you. Okay, I saw your greenhouse and it looks really cool. Do you happen to have any like live plants so that I could like plant them and like have a nice little garden. I have some specific plants in mind. I don't know if you'd have them.
If you want to give me a list, I can check and see if there's anything upstairs that I have. I definitely have live plants. I do sell them. I just don't like to keep them down here because they need different kinds of light. They need a different kind of environment, and I like to make sure that I keep everything exactly to their needs and their liking.
Yes, my list is, as I go and look at my list of flowers that fairies like, give me a moment. Where is it? Maybe like foxglove, or honeysuckle, or tulips, or rosemary, or thyme, or pansies.
I mean, check. I have everything there. Pansies are especially going to be good because of the season. Do you have a greenhouse at all?
Well, I don't have a greenhouse. It's just the little tower. I don't know if you've seen. Well, now it's called the Three of Cups, but it used to be Troll Skull Manor, and it's like just a ways down the road there. And there's a tower at the top, and my room goes up to that. And I don't want just an empty freaking tower that's really boring, so I wanted to put some plants up there and make like a little cool spot.
I think pansies are going to be a very good one, especially for this time of year. Pansies can sort of bloom all year round, and there's actually a very special wintering flower pansy variety that I can show you. And they'll keep going sort of into late spring, so that they're going to kind of give you a nice splash of color in your garden. But I definitely have pansies that I can give you. I do have rosemary and thyme. I can also recommend a few other autumnal plants that will stay sort of flowering now. I'm not sure if fairies or fae will like them, but I've got a few that I can recommend for you. I do have tulips as well, but they're not going to stay blooming for much longer.
Do you have foxglove? That one's kind of important.
I do have foxglove.
Okay, well, we'll skip the tulips, but maybe the winter pansies and the herbs. And definitely the foxglove.
Well, why don't you come upstairs with me then, and I can show you.
Okay, let's go.
And they lead you to kind of a spiraling staircase that's towards the back of the room, and it goes up and up and up and up to the greenhouse above. Okay. Okay. Do you want, for your foxglove, would you prefer foxglove that have already bloomed, or would you prefer foxglove that have... So foxglove is what's called a biennial plant, so that means that they grow and stay green and don't bloom until their second year of life. So I can give you a young foxglove that's not going to have bloomed yet, so that you can take care of it till it blooms, or I can give you one that has already bloomed, but they will die after they've bloomed. So once they've reached their flowering state with those beautiful bell-shaped flowers, they will eventually die, as is their lifespan. So
Probably the younger ones.
I can definitely give you a younger variety, and they go over to and you go up, and it's just rows and rows of boxes, and they point to an area, and they say, all of my herbs are over there if you'd like to grab some rosemary and thyme. Do you know how to recognize them?
Yes.
Okay, so grab some gloves. You can go ahead and pull a few plants over there if you'd like, and I can go get you some foxglove over here, and then we'll also get you some pansies. And they pull some gloves on, and they begin to carefully excavate around the roots of the plants to make sure that they're not damaged in any way, and place them in their own little pots that they put into like a crate for you. Then get you a few little plants of each of the young foxglove and then the pansies.
I'll get some of the herbs. The rosemary with like the little skinny leaves, and then thyme is broader leaves. And I'll get one of each.
They bring over the crate once they've gotten the foxglove and the pansies for you, so you could put the rosemary and the thyme in there as well.
Pink.
And do also sell seeds if you would like to cultivate anything yourself. But I definitely have live plants up here.
Maybe seeds I'll leave for another time. But I think this is pretty good for right now.
Okay.
Yay.
Was there anything else you wanted, or just the live plants?
Let's go downstairs. Quick look at your potions, and then yeah.
All right, let's head down, and they will take the crate, head down the stairs. I sell a few potions. These are what I have readily available. If there's anything else that you'd like, I could brew them, but it would take some time. This one allows you to breathe underwater, and she sets down a potion. These are healing potions. I have 2 varieties. One is a bit stronger than the other. She sets down 2 red bottles. This one aids in interacting with beasts. So you could potentially have some sort of sway with them. She sets down another potion. And this one allows you to climb.
How much for one of just like the weaker healing potions?
It will be about 50 gold per potion.
Okay. And how much for the plants?
With all 4 plants altogether, I will say 5 silver, in addition to whatever potion you would like to purchase.
I'll do the 2 lower level potions and the plants, please.
So that would be 100 gold and 5 silver then, please.
Okay, I'm gonna just do 10 platinum and 5 silver.
Okay, you hand her the 10 platinum and they're like, okay.
Have you ever been to, well, we only just opened like 2 days ago basically, but have you stopped by the 3 of Cups?
No, I can't say that I have, but now that I've met you, I think that I might be stopping by at some point.
Certainly, if you like fancy drinks, we have all kinds of cool stuff from like different meaderies, and we have a little bit of Elva crystal wine. Don't tell anybody that's special, but you can have a glass if you come by if you like that, or we can just give you some food. We can just hang out. We have a fortune teller, and she's really great.
Okay, I can stop by at some point.
Yay! Nice meeting you.
I have to bring you your poster.
Yeah.
For helping me protest anyway, so.
Yeah, stop by whenever.
Okay. It was lovely meeting you.
Nice meeting you too, fella. And I grab my crate and I pocket my potion. Well, I pocket my potions, I grab my crate.
Okay.
And I'll like leave. Howdy, bye.
And they like set up their little poster that they're painting as they watch you leave.
Do I see Nova and Sir in the street?
Yeah, probably.
Hey! You too!
Hi.
Just keep walking.
running
Just
up.
keep walking.
I put my crate on my hip and I go to my ring.
Nova's turned around.
You're the tulips. Listen, hey! Hey!
I said what?
Hi.
Hi.
Sir?
Hi.
Can you help me carry this crate? It's really heavy.
Okay.
Thanks. I have presents for you guys.
I'm worried, but excited.
Don't worry, it's nothing living.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this crate and talk to you like this.
Okay, and I just put it up next to you. The actual like 20 steps.
Well, Nova's just been standing there watching the two of them like, this is ridiculous.
It's right next to you. It's fun. And then you hear in your head, it's fun.
Feedback loop.
Oh, God.
I'll carry the crate.
Thank you. we could go back to the tavern.
Okay. At this point, it's like well into the lunch shift, so there's people here. Your employees are working away. But yeah, you guys can go back home.
And I go to work.
Wait,
Okay.
before you go upstairs,
What?
I have something for you.
Okay.
Okay, so just leave the crate on the bar. Just leave it. I'll get it in a second.
On the bar?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. There's only a little bit of dirt. I'll clean it off. Well, since, like, you guys really, like, you know, I always, like, say I want to fight things, but then you two end up actually, like, getting into it with things, and, like, you're pretty fucked up at snow beetle meteors, so here you go! And I'll hand each of them a potion.
Oh, Dolores. I'm gonna give her a hug.
Yee.
Thank you, come here. Yeah, I like get it. I do more of like a head ruffle on you.
What? No! Come in here!
No, group hug! Group hug!
I'll lower.
Pat his head. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
And then I'll clean off. I'll get my crate and I'll put it upstairs and I'll clean off the counter. And just like, I don't know, help them set up. I don't know. Shit.
Okay.
I want to try out the portable hole in my room. Move all my adventuring gear into the portable hole.
Okay. Where are you doing this?
Oh, I said in my room, on the floor
Okay.
in my room. No, I'm not gonna put it right in the
I
middle.
was like,
Just eat
No,
that
no.
shit right behind the door.
I go upstairs and I put it in there. Would it have been possible that I also got like a thing that you use to hold canvases? It's kind of like a long scroll case. I've gotten one of those to keep it in.
it came in like a can, like a little can. that was
Oh.
folded up.
Oh, it can fold up that tiny?
Mm-hmm.
Like a thermos?
It's like, isn't it the
Yeah,
thickness of like a
essentially.
piece of fabric when you fold it?
Yeah, it's just fabric. You can like fold it and yeah.
Oh. Cool.
When it's not like on the ground and working, it's like a black silk fabric.
I've
So
got
it's
like
just
a
like folded and rolled, and it's like a little like you know those like cans that you like open up and like the worm like flies out. It's like-
yeah.
yeah, it's like a Pringles can basically.
I can't
Nice.
fit my hand inside a Pringles can. Okay. Cool. So I just moved my adventuring gear in there, so that way they can stop getting mad at me that I go out without armor on.
Okay.
Still not on, but
Okay.
Nova,
Hmm.
do you want to like? I never let you like read my dreams before. Do you want to like do that later? Can we bring Sir in? Can we have a sleepover in my mind?
I don't think that's how that works. At least not yet. I can definitely go into yours or his, but not both at the same time. I've never done that before.
Okay. If you go into mine, Pinky promise that it's a secret. If
Oh.
you see anything,
Always.
Pinky promise.
Yeah, it's part of my client confidentiality clause.
Okay.
Okay.
I know you're opening up now, but like maybe later at the end of the night. Or
Yeah,
something.
for sure. Sounds good. Okay. I go to work. A little bit
Okay.
happier.
All right. So is everybody kind of helping out at the tavern this evening?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is everybody doing? I know Nova's doing her stuff.
I mean, okay. Between being making sure no one gets rowdy, I'm going to add maybe like somewhere on our menu or something that they can get their own custom goblet carved here in the style of mine, And if they get that, then they get 1 free drink in it a night that they come with it.
Oh yeah, reusable cups. Well, we kind of already have those, but reusable cups.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. I will on commission custom goblets, and if you bring your cup to the 3 of cups, you get 1 free drink.
That's
in
very
it.
on brand.
They did that at
Okay.
Gen Con.
So I'll add that.
Okay. So you add that to the menu, basically. Is there anything specific that you were doing to help out with the evening? Are you
Helping out with the evening is just
security,
security.
like usual?
Yeah.
What about you, Tallice?
I guess I want to help. Maybe if I can help the servers, like if it gets busy, like help at the servers or at the bar. Like I don't want to helm any of that because I know that they know how to do their jobs better than me, but I will let them tell me what to do. And like if they need help, like you know how when you go to the bar and like sometimes the bartenders just you just talk to them a little. So like I'll help carry stuff around, help make drinks, and then just try to like keep people entertained.
Okay. So we will do what we did last time, where there'll be a series of checks that will add modifiers to whatever you end up rolling at the end of the 10-day. So we'll start with Sir. So for security, I will need an athletics check.
Oops, that's not the microphone. Athletics is 21.
Okay. I will need so it is technically intimidation, but not in like I'm going to hurt people kind of intimidation. You can choose either charisma or strength based,
Same either
depending on
way.
how you'd like to handle things. Same
Um,
either way, but it will depend on the overall opinion of your patrons towards you. So it is important that you choose.
Oh, well then it's not. Well then using
I thought that was
that's
me for a
you.
second.
If you mess
Sorry.
up, that's for you. No. It's just
I was just laughing at Kristy's face.
Because I thought it was coming from outside.
no, I mean, yeah, we'll use it. We'll do it not in a threatening can it be more like, threatening you with you're going to miss out on all the fun because it's so
Yeah.
fun here?
We will call that a charisma based
Okay.
intimidation check then.
We're gonna kick you out of our clique.
17.
Okay. And then finally a persuasion check.
17.
Okay. Nova.
Yes.
For you,
Mm-hmm.
I would like a performance check.
Okay. Where's my 13?
Okay. An insight check.
That I'm good at.
I know.
Oh,
35.
yeah.
6,000.
24?
Okay. And a persuasion check.
Hell yeah. Dirty 20.
Okay. And Tallice,
Yeah.
being with just front of house stuff, I would like you can choose either a performance or a persuasion based charisma check.
They're the same, but I would probably do performance.
Okay.
I really need to up my charisma.
17.
Just don't be
Okay.
charismatic. Just be weird.
You can
Um,
be both.
since you
Fuck
said you were
yes.
kind of talking with people like the way bartenders do to just kind of like get an idea of the crowd and to hype people up a bit, can I also get an insight check?
Oh, I'm not very good at the. Well, yeah. 11. Damn it.
Okay. And then finally,
can I do like magic tricks for people with my silent image, like entertainment? I don't know, I don't know what would help. That's like separate from those two kinds of roles. Like I'm trying to think of what would be a third role.
Roll me another performance check based on that with advantage.
Ooh.
Okay. Metal dice. Dirty 20.
Okay. All right, good to know. You're starting to reach the end of your 10 days, so you guys will be getting pay from your, I think you only have a couple of days left. So you will eventually, in the next couple of days, get your pay from your business stuff.
Cool.
But those bonuses will be added to that roll. So it's essentially adding a modifier like we did last time.
Yeah. No, Kitty, don't. Do any of our friends come, or is it all strangers?
Mostly strangers.
Floon.
Yeah, he is actually at the bar.
Yay!
He's been kind of a regular, or he's
Mhm.
becoming one.
It's because we're slightly bougier than the Yawning Portal.
Wow.
But yeah, that's the people that are there. Floon is there. I don't think anybody immediately kind of comes by that you can see while you're working, at least. Towards the later part of the evening, however, Raynar does show up.
Rainy!
Comes through the door.
Our little
Ray,
sunflower boy!
Ray, Narnar.
Hey, yo, Ray.
I will take that information. We will take right now. Take a break.
Hell yeah.
And you guys can see what he has to say when we come back.
Oh no. Okay, we will BRB fam. About 5 to 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
are back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Waterdeep Dragon's Heist Resurfaced. We find our heroes in their own home.
Working
At a bar. Raynar has just walked in. And you guys have seen him, and we're all like starry-eyed.
Raina, what's going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, Rainy, what's up?
You want a drink?
What's good?
You guys are so dumb. I love you. So he comes in, kind of looks around, sees you, Tallice behind the bar, and waves. Comes over, sits down. Hello.
What do you want to drink, Rainy?
How about just some water, if you don't mind?
That sounds like a good idea. I'll get him a glass of water.
Okay.
And I'll eat on the bar. Are you having a good day?
I've been working quite a bit, but yes, I'm having a good day. How about you?
Yeah, we got some cool shit today, Rainy. We'll have to show you later. I don't even know what the thing that Sir got done. I don't even know what it... Actually, wait! It's in my inventory. I bring out the alchemy jug.
Okay.
Do I know how it works?
I mean, I will say that the shopkeep that you purchased it from would inform you as to what it does. You didn't just buy some random pot and then call it a day.
Okay, I hold it up to my ear and I look Rainy in the eyes and I say, mayonnaise.
Okay.
And then I hold
He
it
just-
up to him.
And he takes it from you. Opens it. That sure is mayonnaise.
Yep.
There could have
Yeah.
been mayonnaise in it
The
already,
whole
and it's
time.
not
Yeah.
and it's not magic at all. You have to show him it's empty first.
Now listen, I can do. It doesn't just have mayonnaise. I can't do it now because I already did this. But I could make it like vinegar. Okay, I could have gotten you water out of the jug, and it would have been like pure artisanal water. Rainy, I'm sorry.
Pure artisanal water.
Is this a magical item? You just handed me a jug of mayonnaise.
Yes, it is magic, but I forgot to drink what it was in it before. There wasn't mayonnaise in it, but I said, please. I could have made it, honey.
I just want you basically went to Raynar Neverember and we're like, yo, check this shit out, and pulled up a gallon jug of Hellman's.
It's actually 2 gallons of almonds, thank you.
Well, it looks like a gallon. You can still pour
My
out
cheeks here
more
hurt.
than-
Stop.
You can pour
Alright,
out.
I get a bucket, and I pour the mayonnaise into the bucket, so that you can see that there's an unreasonable amount of mayonnaise in this fucking jar.
You're just pouring out 12 gallons of mayonnaise into
Right
a
in the
bucket.
middle of
Gallons.
right in the middle of our tavern, you just like check
he's
that
just like-
shit out.
I've already been entertaining people. This is just a next step.
So you like slam a bucket down on the counter, and he's like, and mayonnaise is not a
I get a
liquidy liquid.
spoon.
You have to like.
Yeah, I do that.
I'll put the cap back on, give it the nice shake, and then take the cap off and pour the mayonnaise out.
So he's just watching mayonnaise lob into this bucket. And then as it starts to become apparent that this is far more mayonnaise than this jug should be able to hold, Oh, I see now.
I found the title for this episode. Endless mayonnaise.
It's like pulling out the handkerchiefs, and it's like. Do you have just a lot of handkerchiefs? No. Okay, this is like a magical amount of handkerchiefs.
Yeah, he's like. That's quite a lot of mayonnaise. Yes, Lady Torrance.
I could have made like beer, okay, or I could have gotten your water in this. It does every day, okay? It's not just mayonnaise. Only I didn't just buy a large jug of mayonnaise.
You hear in your head, "Step in the mayonnaise bucket." Just sit in it. Just do it.
I mean, you know that
Just
I really
get in the
will.
mayonnaise bucket.
You guys, I'm working. What are you doing down there?
Oh crap! I forgot it's group call. Don't worry about it.
You know that I will. If you give me a gold, I'll do it.
Done.
Okay, I'll put the mayonnaise bucket on the ground.
That was like with a customer, like, hold on a second.
Like stepping in or just like hands in it?
Get creative.
Raina, I just want you to know that when it comes to money, I'm very easily persuaded. And I'll just kind of like lean on the ground and put my elbow in the mayonnaise and just be like...
Is there an emergency? Do I need to come downstairs?
No,
just I'm doing like a facial mask, but for my elbow.
Okay, well then I'm gonna take this earring out. I'm in the middle of a shift. Come upstairs if you need me. And I just take out the earring and go back to work.
You owe me a gold.
I already took it out.
Not you, him.
Oh.
That was beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
Pay up. Pay up.
I'll walk over, put a gold in her hand, and go, "So right now, what's going on with you?"
There's a lot happening right now.
We love you.
Mhm.
Yeah, right now this is all for you.
I appreciate the show that you're putting on, and your magical mayonnaise jar.
It's not a magical mayonnaise jar, it's just a magic jar thing. I'm gonna go wash my jacket. I'll take the bucket of mayonnaise to the kitchen and remove my jacket and
Do something with this!
yeah. Yep.
Okay. He turns to Stir. How are you?
Did she ever get you your glass of water? That was all she...
Yes?
Okay.
Yeah, he's got it on the table.
Alright. How am I? I'm doing quite well. We finished doing a little job in the field ward? Yeah, we did it in the field
Undercliff.
ward. Undercliff. I always mess it up. In the Undercliff. Hag problem.
That sounds exciting.
They're horrible.
They're very, very disgusting creatures, yes.
Yeah. But that was sort of the most recent business, I suppose. What about you?
I have been doing what you requested of me. Finding a way to get you in to see the Cormathus estate. Legally, yes. I think I've gotten to the point where it's as good as it's going to get. It's legal in that you will be escorted by, and I will go with you if you would prefer. I have a friend who is a magister, and they owe me a favor. So I can call it in. It is technically against the rules for him. So there's that whole skirting the legality. But
as far as we would know, we wouldn't be breaking the law.
right. If any consequences came back, it would be on him, not on.
Alright. Sounds like there's a lot of people that owe you, Raina.
He just smiles.
That could work. That could work.
So is
very
there
well.
any point that you would like to do that? Would you like to schedule something, or would you prefer to just let me know when you're ready?
Well, you do not seem like the kind of man that... I'm sure you would prefer foresight. All it takes is conferring with the girls to find a good time. If you have time to stay tonight, and we can figure it out.
I can hang around for a bit, yeah?
All right.
I haven't
Well-
had dinner yet. I can get some food.
We can definitely get you some food. Sure. Have you been... Have you solely been working on the estate project?
No, I've been doing a few other things too.
Good. Always busy. Well, it's nice to see you again.
And you?
But no, yeah, we're sort of hitting another weird... It's like if we're not being stabbed by something, or stabbing something, or investigating something, we get kind of... I don't think bored is... No, we kind of get a little bit bored. But just... I guess it's kind of addicting adventuring work.
I would agree.
So we're thinking about putting up a job board in here that people can request services to try and keep the wheel greased, so to speak.
Is that going to be people requesting services to keep the wheel greased, so to speak, or is that going to be your own personal? I'd like to do this job, and I'd like to do this job. That just kind of comes directly to you.
I mean, I think the best work is the work that comes walking right in the door.
Fair enough.
I kind of look at him like you. Is there anything that you need us to do for you, Raynar? Or were you just wanting to let us know about the
I was
match?
just letting you know. I'm still waiting on Mert to inform me if there's any jobs available for you.
It's honestly a little bit like, just waiting for him to like... sometimes I imagine he's just going to pop up somewhere, which is a little bit concerning, which is strange because he's a very kind man. He just has an air about him that makes
He
you
does have an air.
Aye.
He's kind, but he's also imposing.
That is the word, imposing. Just waiting any day for a letter or him or something. But we've been saving up money to be able to start paying him back, so
That's all that he wants.
Torres, come... one second, actually. Torres, come back. I'm running out of things to say to right now.
Okay, luckily this jacket has like a leather elbow patch, and I walk out of the kitchen and then I stop. Because it's mostly just a little bit slimy, but it doesn't smell too bad. But I think I'm gonna just not wear the jacket for now, because oh boy, that's some good mayonnaise that I had a little lick. Definitely some of the better. Hi, Rainy. Sorry.
Hello.
You seen any cool bugs lately?
This is why I bring her in.
Not more than the cockroaches I normally see in Waterdeep.
Raina, do you like pranks?
That depends. Who's being pranked?
No one.
Then sure.
Because I have an idea that I think maybe we should all go and do. And I think it would be kind of fun.
Okay.
I want to put soap in that fountain in the City of the Dead so that all the bubbles come out of the monsters.
The City of the Dead is closed right now, though.
Well, not right now. I know that it's closed, Raina. God.
No, there's something going on. They've had it closed for a couple of days.
Wait, what?
What do you mean something's going on?
There's some like windstorms or something that are ravaging the gardens. They've had it closed.
Oh,
so that
we
people...
saw
Oh, that's right.
a job posting about that.
Yeah, they've had it closed for a couple of days now because people
Damn
have been getting hurt. So they've just got it closed down to the public right now while they figure out the cause of the windstorms.
Maybe we could look into that too.
Maybe we could do that, and then we could like plant the soap while we're doing it. So then like they open it back up, and they're like, "Here it is," and then like there's just bubbles, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is what happens when there's these magic windstorms. Get
Did you
bubbles."
Do you know that Rena has a friend that's a magister?
I'm
I
sure
do.
Rena has a lot of friends who do a lot of different things, but putting
But,
soap in a fountain doesn't hurt anybody.
It hurts if what if there's like birds or something that drink the water?
I'll get my alchemy jug and I'll make them new water.
Brilliant. Your mind.
Just say it might be funny to see like bubbles coming out of the. I have other ideas too, but I can't say them when Sir's around because I'm gonna do them to him. Do you want to hear them? Sir, go walk over there and then come back.
Oh, I'm gonna go see how everything's going with Nova then.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, Rainy.
Bye, Rena.
Yes.
Listen, this is I have never had. Okay, I've had a lot of good ideas, but this is one of the better ones. Okay, so we'll go to like the market and to like a grocer, and we'll get a bunch of leeks, like so many leeks, and then we're gonna hide them in his room, and then he'll come in to the house and be like, "Oh no, sir, you got to check on the leak in your room," and then he'll open the door, and it'll just be full of leeks.
That's actually very funny.
Yeah.
That's kind of brilliant. I gotta admit.
That's fucking hilarious.
We could also go to the yawning portal and try to take the salt shakers and secretly fill them with sugar instead. But I think Liara might stab me in the face if I do that, which kind of makes me want to do it more.
Liara, I believe she would probably stab you in the face, but
Might be
oh,
kind of
to
fun.
be stabbed by that woman.
I mean, at that point, I think I would
Radar!
Sir would get jealous of me. It would be pretty funny. Wait, have you been stabbed by her?
No, I'm just.
Has he been stabbed by her?
Yeah, you can imagine.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, I don't have a very good 14.
No, he has not been stabbed. It was more like a sort of thinking.
Rainer likes to get stepped on.
Rainy's. Wait, I thought never mind. I'll not have a conversation. May I have other ideas? If there's anyone that you need to like play a harmless prank on, like none of my ideas would hurt anybody, but they'd be really funny.
I think that harmless pranks are entertaining for the masses. So I would
Yeah.
love to help you if you would like.
Okay. What did you have for dinner last night?
I think I just had like a roast chicken.
Hmm.
It was just kind of an on-the-go thing, though. Kind of put it in a sandwich on the way out.
Would you like a mayonnaise sandwich for dinner tonight?
Can I have more than mayonnaise on it?
I mean, you can have whatever you want, Rainy.
Sure, I'll have a sandwich as long as there's like meat and like maybe some vegetables or cheese.
I mean, do you want a sandwich or do you want one of the specials? Because we literally have a whole menu.
Surprise me.
Hold on, wait. Like, I'm Raynar. I'm late to Harper school with his sandwich, with his little chicken sandwich.
Okay. I don't know how to cook. I'll go in the kitchen and try to make something and probably do a really bad job and then ask one of the cooks to help me make something with the leftover mayonnaise in the jar.
Okay. What would you like to make?
Like a huge fucking sandwich, like way bigger than could fit his mouth.
Okay. I mean, sandwiches are easy. You can roll we'll call it like a performance check.
Oh, okay, that was a natural 9, so that's a 15.
Okay. Yeah. You make him a pretty good sandwich.
Here you go, Rainy.
That's quite the sandwich.
Yeah, I know. I made it really big because I thought it would be funny to watch it get like smeared all over your face.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Especially you have like that little bit of scruff there, so it's just like the perfect environment for like a messy face.
He will eat the sandwich. His face gets a little messy. And you get the sense he did it on purpose to make you laugh.
It's pretty good mayonnaise though, right?
It is very good mayonnaise. I'll validate you as much as you need.
Oh, you're so sweet, Rainy. That's why we keep you around. I'm just kidding, that's not true. It's because you're genuinely a good person and we just like you for who you are. But the validation helps. Pat.
Nova, go ahead and roll a percentile die for me for your work.
Okay. Where are my percentiles at? Uh, 45.
Okay. So, in the time that you're working,
I just saw the light from the screen, like when it looks like it went dark.
sorry, some music just randomly started playing. It really startled me.
Oop.
5 copper per reading. You make about 10 10 silver, so about a gold.
Okay.
And you can have Nova come down whenever, too.
Okay, she'll come down. She'll take a break.
Nova,
Okay.
you want some mayonnaise?
Sure. On what?
Give her I just put a spoonful of mayonnaise.
No! That's not what I wanted!
Damn, I'll go make sandwiches for Sir and Nova, too. Be your kitchen bitch, God. That's a 17 performance check.
Hell yeah, I got the better sandwich!
I was gonna say that when Taurus told me to leave, I did go up because I wanted to try your hookah.
Oh, hell yeah!
I have not hookah'd.
Hookah! Hell yeah.
So I was chilling with you.
Okay. Yeah, Nova would have chilled with you.
Okay.
Had some hookah.
And I would have also told you how Raynar said that he has a way for us to get escorted into the mansion. We just need to pick a day to do it.
When's the day you want to go? Do you want to go soon? Do you want to, like, prep yourself somehow?
Well, the reason why I'm telling you, I want to go soon, if it's possible. I want to try and fall asleep in there.
Okay.
To
You can do
see
that.
to see if it does anything, and I want you there
Mhm.
to see if it does anything. But so I'm probably, if we're gonna do it tomorrow, I'm probably not gonna sleep tonight, so that I'm tired.
Okay. Well, I
So
do
that-
have a spell to put you to sleep for a minute.
Well, I that's true. You do have, well, but I don't want to wake up. What if what if I'm in the middle of something and I wake up after a minute?
Well,
Right?
I could usually maintain it once I go into your sleep because when you're in a dream cycle, time is weird.
Okay, so you don't think that I have to? You think I could?
I mean, you
sleep?
could if you want, but it's I don't know.
Well, it's. I mean,
Don't
if
you ever take naps during the day?
No, Not really, no.
Well, maybe do like a heavy workout in the morning, and then maybe you'll be like really ready for a nap, and I'll just help you along with the sleep spell.
No, but I do a heavy workout every morning.
Yeah, but do harder than usual. Like push yourself.
Okay. So sleep, workout in the morning.
Like get up really early. Like get up at like 5 a.m.
I mean, no, but we close it at 2. I might as well just not sleep.
Well, it's better to have some sleep than no sleep.
It's better to have some sleep than no sleep.
I know, right back at me. That's not nice.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, sooner rather than later. I don't know if we wanted to take a break or if we wanted to do another job or if we wanted to. But right now it's here. We could decide. We could go tomorrow.
I'm okay with going tomorrow.
Okay. Then we'll get Torres' opinion, and if she says yes, then tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. This is very good, by the way.
I know.
It's like flavoring in it.
Yeah, well, what strain did you get?
I have no idea.
Is there like is there a bit of a spice to it?
Yeah.
You probably got the I can't remember what it's with, but I know cinnamon's in there. They give a dash of cinnamon.
I'm like inhaling cinnamon.
It's like roasted with cinnamon.
Cinnamon challenge.
No, it's not real cinnamon. They roast it with cinnamon and then they put it and then they dry it out.
I got it. It's very. I can see why this is very relaxing. I like the pillows. It's actually really, really nice.
Then we go down and Torres attacks me with mayonnaise.
And then a sandwich.
And then a sandwich.
Sandwich!
Nom 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 nom. That I will eat.
Torres, did you want to go to the estate tomorrow? Reyna was saying that he has a way for us to get in.
Yeah, what? Okay.
Do you have business?
Well, so I told the person who runs Carlin's Crown that I would help them protest the magic shop, the Bookworm's Treasure Shop. And I don't know what day they wanted to do that, but there's definitely no way that they'd be ready in like one day after meeting me. So like, yeah, sure.
They're protesting. They're protesting the shop. Why?
Because the Bookworm's Treasure is using this Duskwood paper for their scrolls, and the Duskwood is very, very rare, and it's like 1 in 10 of the trees are being used for the scrolls, and at this rate they're gonna go extinct, and they're very rare and special, and they have a unique ecosystem, and Fala wants that Dragonborn guy to like use something else that's more sustainable, but that guy's really stuck in his ways because he's kind of a crabby little Dragonborn, you know. So we're gonna protest Duskwood paper equals murder. But they were like still painting like one of the sides. There's definitely, you know.
If he's that stuck in his ways, a little protest with signs isn't gonna do nothing about it.
Yeah, because like they tried to talk to him about it, and he was like, "No, I do it this way." So then they were like, maybe if we protest and disrupt his business, he will change.
But I bet if I talk to him in the way that I talk to people, because I'm sure that they were all really nice about it, because they're nice people. If you got someone like that, you gotta strong arm them a little bit, you know, put some oomph into it, you know, intimidate them, make them actually think that they could be doing something seriously wrong.
I don't know, I guess. I didn't really get into the details of that. You guys weren't there.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if you're gonna do that, why don't you... I mean, you could be pretty intimidating when you won't be. Why don't you go talk to him?
I mean, I guess I could.
Yeah.
But it's like...
Was the protest to get him to talk to you? Or is the protest just to get him to stop?
To get him to stop using the Duskwood paper and use something more sustainable. Because it's like, just totally... Cause, like, listen, I know so much about magic. There's definitely like so many other options for paper.
All right.
Like
yeah,
totally.
Okay. So, go give him a what for, Fucking make
okay.
him,
I could do that in the morning, I guess. I don't know when they wanted to do the protest.
I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but it sounds like that would be a better solution than walking around carrying a sign.
Well, I don't want them to like. I don't want to go to the estate and then they're like somehow right. Well, what?
We can ask them when it's gonna be.
Okay, I could do that in the morning.
Or we can tell Raynard to let us in later in the day.
Okay.
All right.
That'd be kind of exciting because if the sun was going down, you have this golden light peeking in through the windows of the mansion, illuminating the dust motes, and then suddenly darkness falls. We're in the mansion of the murders. And the ghosts come out. Be like, one of those like crime novels. Those aren't the kind of novel I usually read, but
I really didn't want to think about how there could be ghosts of the people.
I mean, there's a ghost here.
There is. Ace, we can do this on your time, on your terms. We don't need to rush it.
I just don't want because if I think about it, I'm not gonna do it.
So you want to get it over with?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah.
Okay.
Just want. Yeah. But no, we'll work around your protest.
Yes.
Is sometime tomorrow good for you, or do you need more time to set that up?
I just need to go and talk to my friends. I could do tomorrow. What time?
Afternoon?
Yeah.
Whatever time is probably best for him, I guess. Preferably at some afternoon, but if evening works better.
How about high sun, like 1 p.m.-ish?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know where the estate is?
Yeah.
Why don't you meet us outside the gates then?
Alright.
Dress nicer.
When do we ever not dress nice?
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying with the fact that a magister is letting you in, there needs to be some sort of appearance kept up. So, business casual.
I'll wear my pantsuit.
I'll wear one of my 6 quote-unquote nice outfits.
Fancy clothes.
I guess we'll get rid of the fishnets and just wear my purple dress. Sad.
Accessorize for the murder house.
Raina, what are you going to wear?
I'll probably just be wearing a suit of some kind.
Oh, wear something special for us.
All right, I will.
Oh, wink at him. Really, exaggeratedly.
Did you want food besides sandwiches?
No, the sandwich was lovely. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Well, I'm gonna just make sure that no one's getting too rowdy. How late is it? Because you said Raynard came in near the end of the work, right?
I said later in the evening.
Later in the evening.
Probably about 10 p.m. at this point.
God, we're still open for 4 hours.
I'm gonna telepathically, not using my earring, just using my ability, ask Tallice when she wants to do hers.
I mean, whenever you're not... whenever you're not, I don't want to impede on your other business.
Okay, well, I can close early if you want. I don't mind.
Nah, make that money, sweet thing.
Okay, I'll let you know when I'm done.
Okay.
Make that money.
I'll probably just hang out with Rainy and Floon, keep doing my thing, and then just yeah.
Okay.
Keep working.
Anything else anybody would like to do for the evening? All right.
Wait until Nova lets me know.
Yeah.
It's time for a dream reading.
I'd
So-
probably close like an hour early because it usually slows down around that time because everyone's going to bed.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, an hour before we close, I go find Tallice.
Actually, I'll just message her and tell her to come to my tent.
Okay,
Okay.
see you soon. Sorry, Rainy, I have to go. Nova wants to sleep with me. Bye!
You're such a brat.
Oh, go upstairs.
Okay.
Kitty, no! What did you do? She clicked things. Okay.
Okay, so you head upstairs.
Hi.
Hi.
Magic can't put me to sleep, right?
Yeah,
could-
you have to go to sleep yourself then.
That's fine. Are we in the back of the? No one can see, right?
No, I've shut all the sides of the tents and I've put the closed sign up so they can't come in.
Okay, because like once I'm asleep, I'm gonna I'll drop Mask of Many Faces. Right. Once I sleep, well, this would have dropped anyway. But yeah, okay. And I'll go to sleep.
I'll just light some incense to kind of help her along.
Okay, sounds good.
And just set up my tent area and just sit on one of the pillows and just kind of wait for her to fall asleep before I attempt to jump into her dream. We wait probably like 30 minutes or so. Wait till she actually gets into it.
Okay, sounds good. You do eventually doze off. Now, Vic, is there a dream?
Can you give me 2 seconds? My cat is literally bouncing on a box like 5 feet
Yeah,
in the air.
go.
Sorry.
You're good. No,
Grab
you're
her,
fine.
grab her! Little brat.
Come here, you. Oh my god. I'm sorry. She's literally the worst. Okay. I'm back.
Hello.
Sorry.
That's okay. So is there a dream that you think Tallice would be having frequently that you would like to have interpreted? Kind of like how we did with Danica?
I don't know, like, if I ever, like, I feel like I would probably have dreams about, like, hanging out with my friend and, like, bugs and, like, plants and just, like, weird stuff. Like, I don't know. I guess the reason that she wants to do it is because she, like, to see if there's any way to, like, talk to her friend in dreams. I don't know if it would be realistic to say she was having dreams where she thought, whether actually or imagined, she was talking to her friend.
Okay. All right. So you drift off to sleep, aided by like Nova's incense. You find yourself, and Nova, you find yourself as well, in a very crisp and dewy early morning on a spring day. Early enough that the very golden and vibrant rays of the sun have not yet begun to warm the world around you. You're at the edge of a forest. This forest is familiar to you. I see by your face, you know exactly what I mean. Your feet are leaving very soft footprints in the grass as you make your way to this forest that you've explored quite a bit, actually, over the past few years. The sunrise is bringing copper hues laced with pinks and purples. The morning, you've always found, is kind of the best time to get any sort of response from any fairies or fae creatures, anything, and any distant responses you've gotten over the years. The morning you've kind of found is the best time, where there's a thinner veil between the material plane and the Feywild. So walking through the forest, you can feel Nova. You can ask any questions you'd like as I continue. You
Is
feel
it
the
a
very
forest
soft
that's familiar to me, or an area that's familiar to me at all? With all my
roll
travels?
history.
Pretty good. Dirty 20.
It is difficult to ascertain because you didn't walk up to the forest or see any of the surrounding areas. There are forests in the Sword Coast that do look like this. There's one that's north of Waterdeep. There are a few that are further east. So you're kind of unsure.
Okay.
You can deduce that it might be the one north of Waterdeep just because Tallice has been living here for so long, but you're not entirely sure.
Okay.
Tallice, you kind of get the sense as you're walking that you have experienced this exact journey, this exact path, these exact forest noises, the exact golden sun rays before. Feels as though you might be redreaming about a particular day.
Can I see Nova?
No,
Oh.
you can't interact with her. She is just watching you kind of like a movie. You can interact with your environment however you wish.
Okay. Well, since she's not there, I'm gonna go skipping into the woods.
Okay.
I will follow her.
The forest around you is a familiar one. The sun is kind of peeking through the cracks in the canopy, peppering the dirt beneath your feet. That's sort of decorated with overgrown roots and wildflowers and fallen leaves that are crunching beneath your boots.
I picked
Everything
some
kind-
wildflowers.
Okay. Everything kind of has a green tint to it, almost as if you're looking at stuff through, like, instead of rose-colored glasses, you're looking at something through, like, a very emerald sort of lens. The further you get into the forest, the more the smell of, like, damp earth and sweet grass is filling your senses with every breath. The air is cold, so it's got that kind of biting feeling in your lungs as you inhale. Your nose kind of feels cold as you inhale. The deeper that you get in, the forest is very ancient. It's very, very old. The trees are very thick, clear that they've been there for a very long time. Their roots are kind of coming and growing out of the ground and twisting together, showing centuries of growth. Ahead of you, you remember you came here to check on a little fairy garden that you had set up, where you left your gifts, where you leave your gifts to those in the realm of fairy. The trees begin to thin a bit, making way to a very small glade. And since this is you sort of reliving a day, this small glade, as you remember, there is a sort of mist that has kind of hugged itself very low to the ground. A blanket kind of over the plush grass. It's hiding the wildflowers that normally pepper this area. Here, the forest feels a bit defocused, as if you wear glasses and then have taken them off, or like opening your eyes underwater. And it holds a sort of chill that you hadn't really felt in your walk to your destination. Before, the chill kind of felt very cleansing. And here, the chill feels very biting as you make your way to the destination. And the air is kind of it's very humid, it's very wet, as if you're kind of standing in a frigid steam room.
I'll stand at the edge of the little glade, and I'll take my shoes off and kind of wiggle my toes in the grass and the dirt and the moss. And then I'll kind of like do like a little bunny hop into the glade. And then a couple more hops.
Okay.
Can I do a
Hopping in.
perception check as she's hopping in? Like just
Yeah.
around for movement?
Sure.
21.
You do not see any figures other than Torres, and you do not see any like animals or anything else. But here in this part of the forest, it's almost as if you've stepped into like a snow globe. Like it's very still, and the forest around you has this very odd sense of breathing. Like the trees appear to be moving kind of in a very rhythmic way, as if this little bubble of the forest is kind of alive. And when you see Torres bunny hop into the glade, that mist kind of starts to move a bit, overtakes her a little, and then she's gone.
I will follow her into the mist.
Okay. Both of you. And it is strange, Nova, because this isn't really, you don't really you can interact with things in people's dreams, but you don't generally feel and sense the sensations that they are feeling and sensing because it's their dream. You do, however, feel and sense this sensation, which is kind of it's a bit strange to you. Stepping through the trees and into this mist, it's like stepping into a warm bath. It's a very stark difference from where you were before. The air kind of becomes clear. You're not breathing in that very humid, like wet, that feeling of like very heavy feeling in your lungs when you're in a humid environment when you breathe. You find yourself in an identical glade to where you were before. But it's also different. The trees around you have turned there was a very dull, like olive emerald tone to everything around you before, and now the trees are very tall and viridian and bright, and they reach what feels to be impossibly high, much higher than the trees in the forest before. The canopy, all of the colors here are deeper, they're more vibrant, almost overwhelming to see. It's a sensation of you're looking and taking all of these sensations in. The sky is, you can see through the canopy, is much, much brighter. Colors that you haven't seen before. Colors that you have not been able to perceive on the material plane. It is a very overwhelming experience, but you can't quite look away. It is overwhelming, but it is enjoyable. It is difficult not to take in the beauty of the change around you.
Would I know what's the difference between here, like our material plane and this one? Would I know that I'm probably in the Feywild or something similar?
Roll a history check.
12.
You get the sense that with Torres and the way that she's spoken about things before, that potentially that is what is happening here. At the very least, it is not of the same plane that you were on before. Yeah. Surrounding the glade now, Torres, you specifically know, there are different types of trees. There's like ash trees, hawthorn trees, birch trees. There's a few pine trees, willow trees.
I'll take do I still have the wildflowers that I picked on the way?
Yes, you do.
I will go and I kind of imagine that there's like a little stump or like a rock somewhere in the glade, and I'll put it.
Yeah, if you remember, actually, there was that stump in the middle of the glade that had the water pitcher on it.
Yeah, I'll go and put the flowers there.
Okay.
And then I'll sit on it and I'll kind of just kick my legs. And I'm just like humming.
The air is still and quiet.
Hello?
Still and quiet.
I'll make a perception check.
Go ahead.
Hey. 25.
Okay. It is also still and quiet for you. You notice that the trees aren't breathing the way that they were anymore. There's not that same like kind of pulsating movement with the boughs of the trees and the canopy. You notice you don't hear any animal life. You don't hear any bugs. You don't hear any rustling. There is nothing. It's not just that the forest is interacting and existing around you, but it is quiet. It is still. There is nothing.
I'm gonna try to call out to the 3 fairies that I had seen before the first time, and I'll say, Lady Doily? Speedy? Chrysanthemum, where are you?
Nothing.
Do I see I think it was a willow tree?
Mm-hmm. You do?
I'm gonna walk up to the willow tree.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put my hands on it and my forehead on it, and I'm gonna say, Best friend, where are you? I'm back. I'm here.
Nothing.
I've
And
been
you're
practicing.
You're getting the sense now that there is something wrong. There is a feeling of being watched. There is a feeling of impending doom that is starting to settle in deep in your gut.
Are the plants around me alive?
They appear to be, for now.
I'll bend down to like a little flower nearby and say, Can you tell my best friend that I'm here and I want to say hi? Please? I'll kind of like look up at the trees. Please, can one of you tell?
Looking up at the trees, you can see that the sky is starting to change from these very vibrant colors of pink and orange and purple and reds and yellows. And there is a sort of gray that is casting over.
Well, that's new. Oh my gosh.
Oh, go ahead.
Best friend, if you're... Oh my gosh, are you hurt? Is there like a bad fairy coming after you? I'm gonna find out. And can I try to walk towards the direction that the storm clouds are coming from?
Sure.
And I want to look out.
You start to walk that way. There is a very loud, piercing crack of thunder that startles you awake.
Whoa. That's not normal.
Oh, that was a lot. Are you okay?
You know, I'm just a little tired that
What did you feel?
something, I don't know, it's just like Something was wrong. I don't know, maybe because I don't. If you were there with me, then maybe they were mad that I brought you.
Well,
I'm probably gonna go to bed.
okay. I'm gonna stay up a bit longer and take some time and write some notes, and I'll bring them to you in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I'm like already like leaving the tent as she's saying that. And I'm going up. Yeah. Can I check on my little plants that are up in the tower?
Yeah, sure.
Are they okay?
Yeah, they're okay.
Okay. I pet them and then I go to bed.
Okay. Kristy, is there anything else that you would like to do, or are you going to spend some time?
I
doing
think Kristy and Nova is spending some time interpreting this dream.
your- Okay, that's fine. All right, I will let you do that. We can talk about that in a minute if you'd like.
Sure.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before you head to bed?
Nope.
No.
Okay. So you can head to sleep. Kristy, you can do what you will with the information once you have it.
Mm-hmm.
But the next morning, you can all wake up. Tallice, when you awake the next morning in your room, it appears that some moss has grown on your wall.
Is it like happy moss? Is it like nice moss? Can I like pet the moss?
Yeah, it's green. It's soft.
Oh. Are my plants in the tower okay?
You go upstairs and check. They appear to be fine.
All right. I'll water them and put them on like. Is it like it's like a glass window around, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
like a little widow's watch?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put them on the sills and I'll water them.
Okay.
And then I'll kiss the moss and I'll go downstairs.
Okay. Sir, what are you doing?
I do a very rigorous morning workout
Okay.
as I was instructed by Nova. And then but so he gets up really early so that he finishes after when everyone else is probably waking up. But then he's stinky, so I'm gonna take a bath after that.
Okay, sure.
He be shirtless because he be himbo to the bath.
Tallice, you'd probably see him going to the bath.
Nice. You're glistening.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good look.
Doesn't feel that good, but
It does on my end.
alrighty then. Well, I'm gonna draw a bath. Do you also need a towel?
I'm perfectly fine. I'll have breakfast ready downstairs.
He's like just being like, I gotta remember I'm living with people now because I almost just like walked to the bath naked. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna bathe.
Okay. Yeah, you can take your bath. Tallice is kind of chilling. Kristy, you can have Nova do what you like when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
But the morning is kind of yours.
Clean
Is
up
there
the
still
beard.
mayonnaise in the jar?
Yeah.
I'll use the rest of the mayonnaise to make sandwiches again.
That's
Oh,
a
does
lot.
it-
That's a
well-
lot of mayo.
Wait, does it? Can you change it? Do you change it at dawn, or is it?
I don't know.
How does the alchemy jug work?
Let
Done.
me look.
I'm pretty
Oh.
sure it's done.
Wait, so then now it's just like appears to be empty?
Well, the jar is already empty because you emptied the mayo into a bucket.
Oh, I don't want the bucket mayo. That's how you get a disease.
Then no, the jar does not have any mayo in it.
Okay.
I'll get honey and I'll make everyone in some nice like little buns. I don't know, something with honey.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's like an 18 performance
Yeah,
check.
you can make some nice little like honey buns if you want. Basically like cinnamon rolls except with honey instead.
Yeah.
So sir, when you get out of the bath, you've got some pastries ready for breakfast for you.
He
In the kitchen, wrists flicking like it's stir fry.
Yeah, he's wearing one of his nice outfits because Raynar told him to dress nice, but of course all of his nice outfits have like really, really low cut shirts. like almost like above like above the belly button, almost at it. Or like they're all those low he wears one kind of shirt. I need to get like a necklace. Thank you for this. It's really good.
No,
Gotta
quite
keep up that
welcome.
I gotta keep up that I eat something every session. I think I only drink. No, I ate last session. I have to make sure that I eat every session.
Oh, I'm wearing my deep V pantsuit, BT Dubs, so we're matching.
This is what I mean. This is like business casual, right?
You look wonderful.
I mean, it depends on the. I mean, for our business, it's business casual. Depends on the kind of business.
It's a good look.
I mean, depending on kind of business. I mean, you could be walking around with like just a loincloth or something on it. Depends on what you do for a job.
You could be naked.
Well, yeah, that's pretty that's pretty casual. Did anyone? No, we're not renting the room. We just put Raynar in it that one time because he was drunk AF. All right. Are you still? When are you gonna go check out the protest people? Mood. All right. I forget. Is Nova down?
She could be.
No, just that's up to you.
Sure.
Are you wearing your dress?
Yeah, just a purple dress.
It looks very nice.
Thank you.
So, I don't know what to expect when we go into this place. I don't really have a plan. Too much of a plan. And I think the Magus is going to stay with us, but he's friends with Raynar, so I think it's fine. We just have to not do anything rash.
Yeah, I think we'll be
So-
okay.
What if like one of the ghosts is like, I know that asshole, and then
There's
possesses you, and then we have to cut you down?
There's no ghosts in. Can they do that?
I mean, you saw what happened to Nova the first time we came to the house. There was a ghost. Remember Nova, that little prank that we pulled on him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was not real. And unless Liv has done some.
Hey, Liv, are there ghosts in the Cormathus estate? Do you have like ghost pals? Do you guys have
Just
like a
because-
ghost network?
Do you think that all dead people know each other or something?
They very well could. You don't know that that's not true.
I've never died. I don't know if I've died.
Right. Well.
I died in a dream. Probably.
I die a little bit every time I look at you. from ecstasy.
Oh god.
All righty, Miss Estrogen. Well, we have to meet Raina at 1 o'clock, so you have some time to go check in with your people.
Do you guys want to come with me to try to convince this Dragonborn to chill with the Duskwood paper?
Kind of like look down at like my super big muscles.
Huge biceps.
Mm.
The seams on your shirt straining.
Yeah, I'll come. I mean, it's down the road. We're literally gonna go like yell at a neighbor for a neighbor.
Nova, you gonna come?
Yeah, I'll come.
Right, let's go.
Let's go. Oh wait, I forget. Was the Dragonborn as big as me?
He was close.
I mean, he's a big guy, but I don't think he was as tall as you.
Okay, that's fine. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. This is the guy that like it was like
Yeah,
the whole time, so
yeah.
I can just keep that up.
Oh, this is gonna go spectacularly.
We don't play D&D for things to go spectacularly.
Rashal. That was his name. Right.
Okay. So where are you guys heading?
To the bookworm's treasure.
Okay. So heading down the street. If you remember, the Bookworm's Treasure has that really cute sign outside with like a gold dragon curled around his treasure hoard of books and scrolls. Inside, the shop is decorated with very beautiful hardwood. You can kind of smell the very familiar smell of books, that very earthy paper smell. There's 2 floors of a 3-story building that the shop contains that's filled with books. And Rishal also provides spell scrolls for those who would like that as a service. He is behind the desk.
I cast Mask of Many Faces before I left.
Okay. Yeah, he is a gold dragonborn who has kind of glasses that are sitting at the edge of his nose. He has a book open in front of him. He looks up when the bell dings as you enter. Smiles when he sees Sir. Hello. Welcome. How can I assist you today?
Well, I've come to discuss what I suppose could be called a bit of business with you, Rashal.
Well, this is a business that I run, so I would be happy to discuss business with you. What is it that I can do?
Well, I suppose I'll just get straight to the point. To be honest, Rashal, I know that you use Duskwood paper in your spell scrolls, and you really need to stop because there are more ethical alternatives that are not destroying forests. You're going to make the Duskwood trees go extinct, so you really need to stop. I implore you.
Okay. I see you're very passionate on the matter. Is it possible that you may have spoken to Fala?
Who's Fala?
Roll deception check.
She is very, very adamant about plant life in general.
Ooh, okay.
I say to try to help it. I don't know. Because that's true.
Dirty
Okay.
20. Not too shabby.
Who is Fala indeed? I appreciate that you may be a bit of an environmentalist. I suppose I can see the merit there. But I don't think that I individually am going to make the Duskwood trees go extinct. I understand that there are concerns, but Duskwood is the only paper that I can get that is of high enough quality, and my customers expect no less from me.
Listen, Rashal, I understand that you care about quality products, and sometimes it might seem like one person doesn't make much of a difference to any one problem or cause, but you do. And if everybody in the whole city says, well, I'm not going to affect the Duskwood forests, and then they all continue to use it, then they're all going to make it go extinct. So you are in a position where you can make a conscious choice to do better by our world and help the trees. Which, like, you should know there's, like, some really super magical stuff that happens in the woods. I'm just saying, you know that. I know you know that. So you should seriously look into better alternatives. They definitely exist. Like, you can make a difference, Rashal.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it!
That was a very empowered speech. If you can find me a suitable alternative to Duskwood paper, I'd be happy to switch. But as it is now, Duskwood is the only option that I see for the quality that I need.
Well, you said that Duskwood is the only high enough quality one that you are able to procure. Does that mean that you are aware of alternatives but are not able to get them?
I am not aware of alternatives, which is why I'm saying if you could find me alternatives, I would be happy to switch.
Well, what
And not
exactly?
take Fala off my back.
I am not a magician. What about it makes it high quality? Because I know wood, but I don't know magic.
The grain of the wood, the level of... There's quite a lot that goes into what kinds of paper would be and parchment would be best for magic. Duskwood itself is a very ancient kind of tree. The grain itself is very fine, which allows for very, very intricate work with the arcane ink that is used for copying spells. Among other things, if you could find a wizard who could tell you what paper they use that is of higher quality than Duskwood, or of comparable quality to Duskwood, and can let me know, I would be more than happy to switch. There are wizards in this city that are more skilled than I.
I'm just trying to, because I would be approaching it from someone that works with wood. Very, very old, very, very intricate grain of the wood. Are you insinuating that the other properties of the wood are inherently magical in nature? Is it a magic tree?
It is not magic in itself, but it provides a good skeleton for magic to be imbued.
It takes magic easily.
Correct. It's like a sponge, so to speak. It's also extremely resistant to fire.
Okay. So, would it be, in your opinion, true that if there was another grain of wood, or another grade of wood, I mean, that held all of those qualities, that then the product would be of equal quality for spell scrolls?
Which is why I'm saying if you can
Okay.
find a suitable or comparable alternative, that I would be willing to switch. Enough just to get Fala off my back and doorstep about the matter.
Well, I don't know who Fala is.
Plant some
But-
trees.
You give me a couple days, Rashal, and I'll have changed your mind and will find you better wood And you're gonna play a part in the restoration of Duskwood Forests, okay? So keep that in your heart and remember that you're gonna help. Even if I'm doing all the work.
She is an avid environmentalist. If they all go
see.
extinct, then there's no scrolls at all, so.
I see that.
They're old. It's not just as easy as like planting more. It takes a long time.
Okay. Thank you for your impassioned speech. I feel very informed. Do let me know if you find a suitable alternative.
Do I believe him when he says he's like willing to change his ways if we find, or is he just saying that? 21.
I like Winton, you're all ready to be like, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot he's like kind of like, okay.
What did you say it was?
21.
I don't think I heard you. 21, okay. It's not that he's not willing to change it. He's not willing to put in the effort to change it. So if someone brought him something that was comparable, he'd probably switch it just because it's a nuisance to him that Fala is doing this.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't feel like searching for that alternative himself.
Yeah, it's
because
not
he's
worth
got a
his
suitable
time.
one now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, Rashal, you have a lovely day, and we'll see you soon with some really just great paper. Trees.
You have a lovely day as well. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, the tree ants morning wood was really good. I say as I walk out.
Okay.
Yeah, that was very D&D party. We walk into an establishment to yell at a dude.
Walk out.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know mages.
I mean, I know magic, but I don't know spell scrolls.
But I mean, you know about like trees and stuff.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not like a little paper magic bitch. It just happens.
But I mean, you would be able to tell like a fancy tree from a regular tree, right? You know trees.
I mean, I think all the trees are kind of fancy. Don't you ever like think about what a tree would look like with a nice gown? They're all fancy.
Well, what I got from that was a tree that was very, very. They're old trees, intricate grain, but most importantly, resistant to fire.
There's a solution here that I think is going to fall into our laps very soon. Do you remember when Reyna told us that the Black Staff was going to be like possibly reaching out?
Oh right, and she's like literally the like most powerful mage in the fucking city.
Yeah, because like I might think a tree is really nice, but Rashal might be a little bit stuck up and be a tree hater.
But what do we do if
Prejudiced.
Okay, but what do we do if she says Duskwood trees are the? I don't know what she sounds like. But what if she's like Duskwood trees are the best trees?
Well, I'll tell her Blackstaff no.
You'll be like Blackstaff. I only do one voice. I'm really sorry. I only do like one voice. Is this one?
At the very least, if she's using Duskwood paper, I'll tell her to cut that shit out. And I'm sure she has to. She's literally like. I don't know, but probably really powerful, okay?
Maybe we can ask her what the black staff is made of.
I don't know if that's like staff wood versus like paper wood. I don't know.
I mean, if you're making like a really super powerful magic staff out of it, I'm sure if you turned it into paper, it's really good paper.
So we should ask the black staff for her staff to turn it into paper.
No! What if she's
I want to write a cantrip.
I mean, it's I'm just saying, like, what if it's one of those things? It's like, oh well, it's called the black tree, and it's like super good at making magic stuff out of.
Well, then.
Oh no! It's made of Duskwood. Shit!
Fuck, we don't know that.
Whatever.
Damn.
I'm blind. I can't read.
Okay.
No. Okay, we'll ask her.
I'm just gonna take a piece of paper and I'm gonna write a little note about what happened and that I'm gonna try to find an alternative and I'm gonna slip it under the door of Coralon's crown.
Okay.
Because I don't know when they're doing this protest, and we have a house to examine. But I'll write a letter about that situation.
Okay.
I think I'd also pull Tallice off to the side for a minute.
Okay.
I have the interpretation notes. Do you want them now, or do you want a partial now and I tell you later, or... I could just tell you about the end, I could tell you about the beginning.
Can you give me, like, the elevator pitch? Oh, I'm sorry, like, the quick version?
Well, I guess we could just jump to the ending, because that's the most impactful. The thunder seemed like a warning of furious or aggressive emotions, maybe a convey of loss. You could be feeling guilty about something, or there could be a pending emotional outburst of something, I'm not sure. The gray skies mean boredom, loneliness, or you're feeling unsettled, or there's, with the silence that was there, maybe an anxiety of waiting for something.
Thanks.
There's more, but I'll give you my notes later.
Let's not, Nova, let's just not worry about that right now. Let's just
Are
go
you
do
okay?
this house. I'm great. Let's just go do this house thing.
Are you sure? Because, like, it's making me a little worried, so I'm wondering how you're feeling.
It's just a dream that is just nonsense.
No, that's not how dreams work.
That was definitely not real, because when I was there in real life, it wasn't like that at all. That was made up. It was just like a show, like a play. Like it was just fake. Performance.
Well, the more I read into it, Tallice, the more it feels like a warning. Or maybe just like a reminder.
A reminder of what?
I don't know.
There's nothing to be reminded of. I don't know what I need to be reminded of. How can I remember what I need to be reminded of if I don't remember it in the first place?
Well, maybe it's not
maybe
it's not a reminder. Maybe it's a warning, or they're trying to give you a message. You don't dream things for no reason, Tallice.
Whatever.
So it's like standing like a respectable distance away, but is looking really concerned because you're starting to look upset.
Let's go to the house. Maybe there'll be a stall selling candy floss along the way. Come on.
Okay.
I like look at Nova.
Nova just shuts her book and puts it slowly into her bag. Still looks worried. And follows.
Alright, you two. Is everything alright?
It's fine. Let's go.
It's fine. Let's go.
Look at that bird.
Look at that bird.
It's a good bird.
Do you want a dray?
The bird that you see is a raven.
Oh.
When you look at it in the right light, its feathers are like a little bit green and then a little bit purple and then they're black again.
That is definitely what happens.
Nova's been holding a card and she just slips it back into her deck, unsure how to approach that subject either, so she just let that go.
I was really expecting me to be the weird vibe person today. Do you want me to get us a dray? I mean, we have time. We can walk. Are you, like, good, ladies?
We could get a dray. That's probably...
I think we should walk.
Okay,
it's early.
We'll walk.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll walk us back to the estate. I don't know what time it'll be when we get there. We might have to chill.
We usually stay open late, which means we go to bed late, which means that we wake up late.
Yeah. So and you guys can say that you like messed around a little bit to pass some time before about 1.
Probably
beforehand.
found like a good rock and like a nice round one and threw it into like a puddle or something. Just like having a rock throwing competition.
I would, sir, on the way there would be like, now, you two are really good at noticing things, magical things, or just sort of things in general. I'm not. I don't know what sort of thing. I know what I saw in here, and I'm hoping that maybe it lines up with that, and I can be a help. But just keep your eye out for anything. I don't even know what to tell you to look for, honestly. Symbols, just weird stuff. I don't know. I'm sorry that's not a lot of help, but like, just keep your eyes out.
Okay.
For me.
Are we looking for that symbol that's on your back?
I mean, that would be at the top of the list, but just symbols in general, things that might be related to, like devils.
If
But
you get
also-
possessed by a ghost, do I have permission to whip you?
Does it have to be the whip?
I mean, it can be whatever you want.
Yes, fine. You
I'll
have
blast you.
you have permission to whip and blast me. Chel, don't. I was good until you did that. Yeah,
Well.
no, just. I mean, we got to look at it from the outside, sort of. But I mean, I don't know. It's a big house, so we'll just try to not miss anything. That's all I
Okay.
kind of say on the way there.
And it's good.
So as you approach the estate that has the gate around it, you see Raynar standing outside with a man who's about Raynar's a little over 6 feet. This guy's probably 5'11"-ish. Standing next to him, he's got very brown, longer, pretty curly hair. Very long nose, like a beak sort of nose. He is not wearing the Magister's robes, but he is wearing the cloak that goes with the Magister's robes. So he's wearing like normal like clothing, with the cloak over it. And he's speaking with Raynar. And kind of taps him and points as you guys approach. He turns and kind of gives you guys the wave as you step up. Hello? You must be the three that Raynar's been telling me about.
Aye, we are.
My name's Gabriel. Gabriel Canmore. It's nice to meet you all.
Hello, Gabriel. My name is Ace.
Lady Torres.
Hi, I'm Nova. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you guys. Is there anything that I need to know going forward? I know what Raynar's told me, but I would like to know what you think I should know.
Are you gonna be with us the whole time?
Yes, in order to
Okay.
maintain a sense of professionalism for anybody who may inquire.
Well, I'm going to have to perform a bit of a ritual. I'm gonna be doing something to Ace once we're in the building.
All right.
Just a simple dream walk. I'm just gonna let him go to sleep, and I'm gonna check to see what he sees.
And possibly some detect magic spells.
Yeah.
I'm sure magisters have already done it, but
And yes, that is actually something that maybe you should know, that the house has been investigated thoroughly by magisters in the watch. There has been some cleaning done as well, so potentially you may not find what you're looking for, but you are more than welcome to search to your heart's content. Just
Are we allowed to touch things?
as little as possible.
so,
And actually, I can provide gloves if you would need to touch something. We just don't want the scene disturbed too much.
How much time do we have for this?
As long as it takes, I suppose. I don't have anything going on today, and there's nothing slated for anybody to come by here. So,
is there any extensive grounds outside on the other side of the estate, or is
There's
it
a
just
garden in the back, yes, where there's a bit of a gazebo, some seating areas, and a carriage.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really necessarily know what we're looking for specifically. The gloves are fine.
Well, I am practiced in the arcane. If you have any questions about the investigation, I can't guarantee I can answer all of them, but I can do what I can.
Well, first off, the bat. I mean, was there anything strangely magical about the deaths themselves? They were extremely violent.
They were very violent, yes. That kind of encroaches on to the territory of what I can and can't tell you. Unfortunately, I can't give too many details about exactly what was found in the investigation until the investigation has been completed. I am breaking quite a bit of rules having you here, so I understand that is likely a question that you would like answered, but is unfortunately not one that I can.
That is fine. Not being able to answer, I'm just gonna go with yes for now. But you didn't say anything.
He smiles.
Because if it was no, you probably would just say no. Alright, that's kind of everything from me.
All right, well, let us head in then.
Yes, do you have those gloves?
Yes, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a few sets of leather gloves, and he passes them to you all.
Okay, put those on.
Goes over to the gate, pulls out a set of keys, and unlocks it. The front grounds are not as extensive as the back ones are, so there's not much of a yard to walk over except grass, but there is a little bit of a winding dirt path that leads up to some steps that lead into a set of double doors. If you remember the way that I described things before, there's kind of the set of double doors. It's a double-story estate, except the area immediately left of the door doesn't go up to the second story. There's kind of a sloped, pointed roof that has rain catchers on it, and then the area to the right is actually a garden with like a seating area with a fountain. So imagine like 3 squares immediately set next to each other. The first square is only 1 story with the pointed roof. The second square next to it is like the entryway, and the third square is a garden instead of building.
While we're walking up, is there like whatever would be a normal expected amount of like bugs or like birds or just like life around in the property?
Roll a perception check.
Not great. That is a 7.
Not that you can see. There are some birds like in the trees that are kind of in the immediate vicinity. But you're not seeing more than is usual.
Okay, so then no absence of them?
No, it appears to be normal. Animal life and plant life is concerned.
Cool.
Okay. He goes up to the front door, unlocks it. So immediately in the entrance, you see it's about 10 feet before there's another wall with an archway. To your left and right, there are doors, which he points to and he says, to the left there is a washroom. The right there is a closet, if that's of any interest to you. Otherwise, we may continue forward.
Ace, do you
This is
want
a
to...
very
I'm going to
breezy-
actually message Ace if you want.
Okay.
Do you want to retrace your steps from your
Yeah.
dream?
I want to find it. It's sort of like a sitting room off to one
Mhm.
side, and it was on the first floor.
Mm-hmm. So you move forward, Ace, to the right of this kind of tiled courtyard entryway area. are 3 pillars that lead into a sitting room where there is a rug and some chairs. There's a table with a few bookshelves.
Mm-hmm.
And then directly ahead of you, there are 2 sweeping staircases that go up, kind of curve in a circle a bit.
Okay. And it's and this layout is
Mhm.
looking okay. It is
Very
that's
familiar
it.
to you.
Okay.
You do notice that, actually, roll perception check, everyone.
Can I also stand where the dream started? Was it in this room? Or did
No,
it start in
it's
the
not.
upstairs? So where the dream
It's-
ended here.
It started in no, so you got it backwards. It started in the sitting room is where I was in one of the chairs.
Yeah.
I got up and then I went upstairs.
So it was this room which started, right?
It was the room to the right that it
We're
started.
in
Room to the
like,
right.
foyer.
Okay.
You're in like the foyer of the.
I'd
of the
probably
house.
start heading to where the dream started.
Perception check was a 4.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Sir, where have you gone?
Where'd you go?
I was just thinking that.
Miss you
I
so.
Damn, I mean, sir, if this was the
Feels
time to
like
roll a
it's
16,
been
this was the time to
forever.
roll a 16, but that makes it a 14.
Okay. So Nova and Sir, you do see when you come into this sitting room area, the ground, though it has been cleaned, there is blood that has soaked into the wood and stained.
Great.
There is also a lot of staining on the rug, and up the walls. Sir, can you please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no.
She's gonna get
See-
possessed by
See, it all happened too fast. Nova was walking away.
Yeah, Nova is walking away towards where the dream started. To like look around.
I rolled a 19, so it's a 17.
Okay. So you blink, and when you open your eyes, all of the blood is fresh. It's wet. You smell all of the iron and the metallic smell of it. You briefly hear a scream, and you blink again, and it's gone.
This is revenge. We're just doing this back and forth in our games between DMs. he literally there is like a wince, and like because Nova's walking away, he's literally like doing like a reach out, like please come back.
Do I notice him behaving this way?
You were walking away, but I'm assuming you're kind of like looking around.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could see him.
I'll grab his hand.
It's tight, but he's just like, I just don't go too far from
Sorry,
me.
sorry.
No, I need your guidance here. I don't want to miss anything.
I actually cast guidance on him as I'm holding his hand. As he says that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that you make me feel better. Okay.
Okay.
Can we go into this room over here, the sitting room?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We will. I'm gonna hold your hand the whole time.
Yeah, I'm holding his hand the whole time and just leading him towards it.
Taurus, what are you doing?
Probably like looking at a spider because I had a really low perception roll, and I feel like it's because I was like distracted.
So
But then I'll like be like, oops, and run over to them.
the seating area, there are decorative columns that support the arched doorways. There are rugs and comfortable pillows that are arranged, the pillows on the couches. There are narrow windows that are looking out into that garden that you saw out front. And you have a brief flash of those windows being splattered with blood. Just like of memory. And it's not quite like a hallucination like it was before, but like you just kind of remember like you couldn't see the garden before because these windows were just covered in blood.
Yeah, it was like
It was
like
nasty.
very-
obtuse.
It was like the
obtuse
episode,
amounts
the
of
scene
blood.
out of The Shining when the
Yes,
elevator doors
yes,
open. It's
yes.
just a river
Yeah.
of blood.
It's like much more than needed to kill people.
What's on the bookshelves? Are there books on the bookshelves? Are there any interesting titles?
Oh yeah, have
If
they
so?
did they take that stuff, or have they left?
It appears that most of the books have been cleared out. There are still a few left. The books are mostly about there are history books regarding different deities. Namely, there is history stuff about the fall of Mystra and everything that was involved there. There are also books about the battle between Cyric and Bahal. Cyric and Bahal, if you remember correctly, had kind of a little riff because they both wanted to be the god of murder, essentially.
Sounds about right.
Edgelords.
But there is also basic Faerunian history. There is also a lot of books on like philosophy, magic, the arcane. Nothing that jumps out to you as like devil worship or anything like that.
There isn't like a big book that's like, "Hi, this family worships devils."
But was the religious text singled out for any particular reason, or is it just better question, are books on that sort of subject matter common? Or
the fall of Mystra is pretty common because there are still people alive today that dealt with the spell plague.
Oh,
right.
okay.
The spell plague was not very long ago.
It's
The spell
recent,
plague
it's
was roughly 120-ish years ago.
Okay, yeah.
So there are still people, elves, long-lived races that are still alive that experienced that and had to go through that 10 years of either really, really unpredictable magic or lack of magic. So it is actually pretty common to see that sort of thing, books on the spell plague, books on Mystra and everything that was involved in her assassination that resulted in belief being disrupted. Books on Cyric and Bahal, not so much. Just because of the content, the subject matter, it's pretty heavy.
Because those two books both have gods and dying
Yeah.
in it.
Yep.
Did with the two gods of murder, because Dylan doesn't remember his made up world history. Did one of those gods die as a result of this scuffle? I would think if they're fighting over being the god of murder.
I believe Bahal did.
Yeah, so two books about gods dying.
Bahal was the Lord of Murder, and when he was murdered, Bahalists very quickly converted to worship of Cyric, who kind of took his portfolio.
Can I find the particular chair?
Yeah, I was already thinking
where
that.
it began.
The chair where what?
Where the dream started. I think I was either standing in this room or I was sitting in one of the chairs.
You were sitting, I believe you were sitting slumped on the ground, actually.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, you can find that exact location.
That spot.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a rug in this room. Is there a stain there? Because I was bleeding. Or I had blood on me.
You did have blood on you. With where you were, no. Because the rug is the room is very long and rectangular. Okay. It's about 20 feet wide and I'd say roughly 50 to 60 feet long. And the rug only takes up about 20 feet of length. And it's like a runner. And it is positioned near the columns. So there is a good 20 feet of space where there is no rug towards the far south part of the room. And that is against that wall where you were slumped.
Okay.
You can roll we'll call it a perception check to see if you can find any blood in that area. However.
Could I also check that out?
Yeah, sure.
I will use the guidance with it.
Yeah, sure.
It's not gonna matter.
16.
The guidance canceled out my negative, but I rolled a 5.
So, sir, you are a bit too distracted with remembering exactly what this room looked like in your dream. You kind of stop as you're walking and you're just like, as you're like thinking about everything. Nova, you are, however, able to continue. You were there, if I remember correctly, and you
Yep.
saw it. So you were able to find that spot where he was sitting. Yes. There is a bloodstain.
Okay.
I think that bit of information is a really good place to end.
Yeah, I just looked at the clock and I was like,
Where is it? Is it like up on the wall? Is it on the ground? Ah!
I was like sitting, so I'm guessing it's like, will you at least describe whether it's like a smear or is it
Yes,
just
like a.
okay? So it's
It
like
is
it's like a
Like you
hickle-
like leaned against the wall and slid down to
Slid
sit,
down.
kind of.
Hmm.
There's only so much that you can do to get a bloodstain out of some wallpaper. So
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Well,
we end it as Nova kind of just touches it and looks at Ace.
yeah. Okay. There we go.
Is it my blood from another life? Oh,
Lick it.
No.
no.
Okay. Well, that will be where we end for the evening. We will pick up next week with the exploration of the murder house. Is there anything else you guys would like to say as kind of closing remarks?
Little Dragon Corp. Discount code bonus for 10% off. Shadowrun 6th edition on Friday.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I'll be on, I think I should be on Mystic Hour tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Maybe. I think Curse of Strahd is possibly planning on doing either a holiday one-shot this month or adding some holiday cheer into the very cheerless land of Barovia. That's on Sundays at 7 Eastern. It's one of our earlier ones. So,
Okay. Well, with that then, when you're trying to impress one of your friends with your cool new magic alchemy jug, make sure you add your proficiency bonus.
Hell yeah.
Add your mayonnaise bonus. Ugh.
Ooh.
Mayonnaise bonus. All right. We will see everybody next week.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.